Welcome everybody to our latest session of the Empire of the Ghouls. We've been off for quite a while, 3 weeks in fact. So yeah, it's a little bit of a break for us. We're getting back into things. Hopefully we won't be too foggy headed. We'll be able to get through most of what we remember. So team, let's do a quick recap. I'm going to do kind of a high level recap and then also get into the previous session. To hopefully get us back into the swing of things and get our minds primed for what's going on today. So high level, of course, you guys are, this campaign, you're battling against the Empire of the Ghouls, as it were. You've had many encounters with them. You've lost some companions along the way, namely player characters. However, you guys have persevered and found yourself continually trying to thwart the Empire of the Ghouls everywhere you can. Most recently, you have learned that the Archduke was abducted from within the town Jost on the northern coast. He was essentially kidnapped or abducted and taken away. And based on some intel that you guys were able to put together, it seemed as though he was being taken into one of the ghoul towns, perhaps the main ghoul town, in fact. And there was some discussion, conversation of what would be the best way to try to save him. Would it be attack the abductors or try to wait until later? And the court in exile was able to learn that he is incredibly well guarded right now in that abducting unit. There's just a lot of powerful forces, and it would be very difficult to beat them in straight up fight. So instead, they've come up with this plan to allow the ghouls to essentially take the Archduke into the ghoul land. And then once he's there and the security goes down, that would be an opportunity to sort of have like a strike force able to infiltrate secretly, get in through that area as quietly as possible, get the Archduke and get out before the larger forces or the leaders of the Empire of the Ghouls realize that you guys are even there. So with that goal in mind, you guys had been set to visit Seawall, which is a desert land in the southern part of Midgard, with the goal of speaking with the Gravebinders, because the Gravebinders are supposed to be these sort of experts in undead forces. So they are, like, you might think of them as sort of masters of necromantic abilities, and they can sort of walk amongst the undead unscathed, is what the rumor is. You were directed that way by Treehild Shardspike back in the Black Fortress, part of the whole dwarven group there. You guys then were, you got connected with this guide who is somebody that looks to be a shadow fae based on what you've been able to learn about her so far. And she was willing to take you along the shadow roads for a reasonable fee. She actually brought you to the Black Canton of Grizzle back in the southern part of Midgard area, north of Zobek there. You guys have been a few times. And then once you got this additional information from Treehild Shardspike, you went back into the Shadow Road, and you have had many encounters and odd events along that trip. It is a long journey from this area down to Seawall, and you guys have had multiple encounters as mentioned. So you guys had this very sort of depressing and despondent feeling as you're traveling through the Shadow Road, as everything's kind of dark and gloomy and hazy. You guys found one area where you were traveling along the road, and it seemed as though some arrows perhaps fired across the road, not at you, but kind of across away from you. And then shortly thereafter, these large giant type creatures rushed out, presumably in response to being shot, spotted you, and they decided to attack you, presuming that you guys were the ones that shot the arrows. Obviously you weren't, but obviously after you defeated these giants, the true archers, as it were, revealed themselves as a group of shadow fae. They approached you a little bit ominously, you might say, almost like, you know, you could tell they essentially used you, but then they said, you know, be on your way, head down the road. And you guys decided to take them up on that, just, you know, kind of skate out of there. And they then made their way down to where the giants came from, and you overheard them saying that essentially now they'll get to loot the giants. So it seemed as though they were kind of tricking you a bit in that regard. You guys also ran into a group of these shadow fae that acted quite odd. One of them asked for a kiss from each of you, and when asked why, she said was because you're warm. Some of you agreed to this kiss, some of you did not. You also ran into what seemed to be like a dance troupe out here in the Shadow Road as they were playing a bunch of music and doing some dancing and eating a variety of odd foods and so forth. And we're all together having a pretty grand old time. They invited you in. You guys were very hesitant. Some of you did decide to join them then, partaking in a little bit of the food and some of the drink. But some of the rest of the team members were really adamant not to wait here, to keep going, keep going. So you guys did just that. Made your way out of that area, and then shortly thereafter, traveling along this road. Again, time is hard to track here on the Shadow Road, but found yourself in this sort of twisty area where there was sort of rock outcroppings that you were kind of maneuvering around. Found yourself then in battle with two shadow drakes of some type as they launched themselves and flew overhead, breathing down this ball of darkness that exploded outwards, hurting the group pretty badly. You guys did manage to keep your lives at that point, essentially doing a fighting retreat as you couldn't or didn't want to perhaps use a ton of resources to try to fight the drakes in earnest. And so you guys tried to find your way out of here as best as you could. Eventually you found your way to sort of a narrow tunnel, and after suffering several wounds, you pushed on through that area and got out of the range or the reach of the drakes, as it were. Traveled, continued on that travel for a while, found yourself by this wide river, and as you arrived at the wide river, your Shadowfae guide let you know that swimming across the water was a terrible idea, as it would have very negative effects upon the group. She indicated that some people jump across the rocks, as there's kind of these groupings of rocks across the river, and if you can jump reasonably well, you could make it across in 3 or 4 jumps. She also mentioned that some people use magic to go across, but if so, then the undead wraiths and things that seem to be hovering around the river are drawn to that and will attack individuals trying that strategy. And so you guys decided to go the rock jumping route with a little bit of magic mix in there, trying to kind of shorten the jumping. Some of you landed in the water and found yourself being attacked by these strange undead humanoid creatures in the water, trying to pummel you as best they could. Some of you, or at least one of you, did some teleporting. I believe it was 2 teleports, and drew the ire of some of those wraiths that attacked and dealt some damage. But eventually you guys all did manage to get across the river after suffering some wounds and some negative effects. Once across, you guys continued pushing on. Over the course of more days traveling here on the Shadow Road, you found yourself in an area that looked to be sort of like a dark forest with these ominous lights lit up along the path. You guys made your way along this path and found yourself being attacked by these flying undead humanoid creatures that seem to have a vicious attack capability. In particular, one of them struck Laud very badly. Thankfully, he was close enough to Barnaby to survive the ordeal, but yeah, it was a lot of necrotic damage dished out. You guys did manage to defeat most of these opponents here as you passed through the woods and continued traveling before finding yourself getting closer and closer to your destination, which was the portal here in the Shadow Road that leads to Seawall. As you notice these sort of rock outcroppings at a distance, you guys started approaching these rock outcroppings only for one of you to step into a well-hidden hunting trap where it slammed on your foot, and then you found yourself being assaulted from range by several Shadowfae and Ghouls, seemingly teamed up here to prevent your using this portal to get to Seawall. Some of you guys have hung back, at least one of you guys charged forward, and your team's a little bit split up as we find ourselves in the thick of that battle today. So team, that's my high-level recap. Hopefully that hits on major plot points and what you're doing here. Is there anything I missed that anybody would like to add?
Just kind of like just to add on. So initially in Zobek, you got the call from Rava to stop the Black Wedding, and of course we obviously did that, went through all those things, and we met the Archduke, and we also found a wanted poster of one of the ghouls who seemed like the Archduke was wanted for some reason. I don't, just as a high level reminder, we stopped the Black Wedding, and actually at one point Grim was like, well, I don't know, what do I want to do the rest of my life, you know? So then he came back and they're like, hey, the Archduke's been kidnapped. So it kind of reinvigorated our efforts, because up until that point, Rava's only prediction was that we would be there to help stop the Black Wedding, and so there's a whole new plot. So I don't know if we've really figured out or understood why the Archduke's been wanted, or why he's been taken, or anything. So that's I want to add to that 30,000 foot level thing.
Sure thing. Good addition. Go and take inspiration there, Grim. Yeah, again, we've got multiple weeks that we were off, so if anybody else thinks of anything important along the way they want to make sure is front and center in everybody's mind, feel free to speak up.
One thing I've got that I can add here is during our discussion with the lady, I don't remember her name, the old lady with the eggs, um, she told us about, or I was able to deduce through a religion check that Anu Akama is the king of jackals, domain of death, all that stuff, but he's the one that gives the so-called blessing, presumably, to the gravebinders of Seawall, which is why they are able to do what they do.
Yes, indeed. So perhaps a deity that the Gravebinders are associated with, and with that knowledge, maybe that'll make it a little bit easier to speak with them or have conversations with them, knowing a bit more about them. Go ahead and take inspiration, Archgale. All right. Is there any others that want to be added?
Adam, I don't know if this is worthy or anything like that. I've already got inspiration anyway. But during the last session, our NPC, when we asked, hey, who could be changing, because she had said that she's not sure, only a powerful person or somebody could be changing the way that this the Shadow Realm here works. And she mentioned the Moonlight King was powerful enough to do that, but we weren't sure who that may be.
Yes, indeed. The Moonlit or Moonlight King, depending on who you speak to, seems to be this ominous presence associated with the Shadow Road and the Shadow Fae, particularly. And yeah, being that one of the portals did not seem to work the way you guys were expecting, you were wondering who could have done that. Asked her. That is what she told you. That is, of course, Selvin, your guide, who's told you that. But yeah, good addition. Go ahead and take inspiration, Barnaby.
If anybody needs it.
I'll take it.
Sold for free. No gold exchanged hands.
Solid transaction.
All right, if there is nothing else to add to our recap, let's go ahead and get back in it, folks. Our player of Glory is not here today, so Laud's player has offered to control him for this session. So, Laud, you should be all set with that token. But yeah, let's go ahead and get you guys back over to the map. And we'll go ahead and put on some battle music for our battle here. Okay, and we are at the top of the round with Glory.
All right, Glory will start running up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and that should be in attack range to attack this thing with the halberd.
Yes, indeed. A 16 as Glory slashes out will manage to connect.
Okay, let me find the...
Already slashes out that blade, cutting down the undead's torso, wounding it.
All right, second attack.
Yes, that will connect as well. Scoring another hit.
And then bonus action, pull strike.
That, unfortunately, will bounce against the armor of the creature and not wound him.
Okay, and then... I think that'll be it for now. I'll just stay right here. That'll end the turn.
All right, from this shadowy gentleman, he's going to go ahead and step to here and then cast a spell. And once he does so, those of you further back are going to notice as all around you, these black spikes and spines break free from the ground. Everything within that circle is affected. All right, with that complete, he's going to continue to move. As he makes his way through the shadows, anybody who was looking at him will notice that his form kind of wavers a bit, and it's a little bit difficult to pinpoint him. When it's your turn, I'll have you make a check to see if you know where he is at. Alrighty, and we move to Selvin's turn. She's going to look around at the ground, realize that this is a bit of a danger here, so she's going to go ahead and jump to here, and then continue moving. She'll make her way up to this opponent here, and she's going to go ahead and strike out with her long sword rapidly. She will manage to score 2 hits on those attacks, wounding the ghoul. All right, after that is complete, we move on to this opponent here. All right, let's see. This opponent is going to move to there. And then go ahead
sucker.
and attack Grim.
God, I had a spot.
He think he saw it. He knew you were going there, and he was like, I got that spot.
Yeah, I tipped my hand on that.
All right, he is going to go ahead and make 2 attacks against you here, Grim. First with his bite, and then with his claws. Unfortunately for him, I should say, neither one of those will connect as we move to Grim.
So what is that down arrow on that guy anyway? Is it a down arrow?
Yes. Well, right. Should we remember from 4 weeks ago what that down arrow represents? I'm going to guess it's definitely not prone because we have a different indication for that. Oh, actually looking up a little bit. Let's see. I've got a cantrip, critical effect. Spell attack rolls against a creature have advantage until the end of its next turn. I believe that's it.
Okay. Well, I was gonna chomp into that guy. Okay, well, I'm just gonna swing away. That's my job. To the guy here, might as well. 2 attack.
All right, the guy right next to you. You launch into an attack. That'll certainly hit.
Here we go.
Grim, we're so glad you're back, brother.
Yeah.
All right, so a true crit and 1 point of piercing damage at the start of each of its turns until it staunches its wounds. Go ahead and post your crit damage.
Okay, so I have Savage Attacker. I'll hit crit first and then re-roll something if I want.
That works for me.
And I'll just roll another D8, or is it 2 D8s I get to roll?
So that is your crit damage. You rolled a 2 and a 6. What is Savage Attacker again? That lets you re-roll if you want, I believe?
Yeah, so there's a 4.
Okay, so you're just going to re-roll one of them. All right, so we're going to increase that damage by 2, so 15 damage dealt to that guy.
Okay, and then second attack. Oh, Shield Bash, please. Strength saving throw.
All right, you try to knock him down. This mod does not look correct. Let me push this and see if it works.
Yeah, it worked.
Unfortunately, it did not. That's interesting. His mod is higher than that, but he is still going to get knocked prone. I'm going to have to figure out what in the world's going on with that one. All right, he is effectively knocked prone.
All right, here with advantage.
With advantage, that is going to miss.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to... Why do I have only 50 hit points, James? Just kidding. Bonus action, second win.
I'm going to fix that. Don't you worry.
Because that was what Grim would do.
Alright, now, I need to think about this. So when I use it, now I think I can move up to half my speed without provoking opportunity attacks. Okay. Where did that spellcaster go?
Ah, yes. If you're trying to spot him, go ahead and throw me a perception check.
Okay.
So if you see his token, you can see him.
Okay, that's 5. I see the little spell-casting wimp.
All right, we move to this guy's turn. All right, he's going to move up to here. And he's going to take a shot over at Grim. A couple of shots, in fact. Both of those are not going to connect, however. Alrighty, this one here is going to make his attacks on Barnaby. 23 looks like that's going to hit Barnaby.
Yep.
That'll be 3 points of piercing damage. That 5, of course, is going to miss. This one is also going to fire off at Grim. Critically hitting on the first attack. All right, twice as many damage and the pierce effect. Oh, that reminded me that I didn't put the pierce effect on the other guy, so let me do that real quick. But yes, pierce effect on you as well, Grim. So you're going to lose 1 HP at the start of each of your turns until you take an action to staunch it. Okay, I've applied that to you. Here comes the crit damage. So that's going to be 10 points of piercing. All right, this guy's turn. He is going to step down to here, and he is going to attack Glory. The bite will miss. He then slashes with the claw and manages to connect against Glory. That is going to be 18 points of damage to Glory. And
All right, so he's raging, so that's halved, right?
I don't have an
Or-
indicator showing he's raging. Do we know he's raging?
Yeah, I watched the videos. The first thing he did at the beginning of the last turn. So
All
turn
right.
1 he raged, and
I'll-
then
I'll take your
this
word
turn I
for it. I'm going to
attacked.
go ahead and through the rage icon. Make sure you have his rage modifier turned on, because I don't know if I saw that either for the extra damage.
Yeah, I'm seeing an effect, rage. I think it said custom effect when I attacked and did damage, so I assumed that
got
was
it.
what it was.
Okay, that works. All right, so we'll go ahead and apply rage on him so we know that that's occurring. So yes, that damage will be halved down to 9 then. In addition, however, because that is a claw from this opponent, I will need 2 Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
All right, as the claw tears into Glory's flesh, he feels no other ill effects. Okay, move to Caliban. Caliban, you're in this circle of these dark spikes and spines breaking free from the ground.
Oh, I think it's even a little worse than that. I think I still have my foot in a trap.
Oh, good reminder. I'm going to scoot you for a moment. Yes, indeed, you do. All right, so in addition to those spikes and spines, you are also currently trapped.
I had a terrible first round. I'll use my action to attempt to get out of said trap.
All right, so trying to get out of the trap, you're trying to essentially wriggle free. Is that right?
Or see if I can pull it open.
Pull it open.
Pry it
Okay.
open.
Yeah, okay, so that's going to be an athletics check as an action to try to break free. Yes, indeed, you break free using your action. That is no longer in effect.
And could I? These spikes and stuff seem fairly dangerous. I obviously. Could I? I saw what our guide had done. Could I attempt to jump?
You can, yes. What is your strength score?
16.
All right, so since you don't have a running jump, you can only jump up to 8 feet, so essentially a little bit more than a square. Where would you like to jump?
Could I jump just out? I think. Can I get just out the circle there?
I would give you that, sure, yep. So you're going to jump southwest, essentially. Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
All right, I count that as 10 feet of movement. You managed to get there.
Good. So that's 10, This is gonna be a long run around. I'm assuming that could I go up the left side here,
Yeah.
or is there a kind of a barrier?
No, you can go off map essentially. Just don't go off too far because it's just annoying.
Yeah, I would just just scoot around there.
Don't annoy the DM. Rule number 1.
First day back. I don't want to annoy him on the first day back. That was 10, 15, 20, 25. I think 30 puts me just off map. Maybe just up there.
So you spent 10 so far. Is your speed 30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speed's 30. Yeah.
Yep. I think you're right on the line. So feel free to move your token. I actually go ahead and move your token. I've got it pointed out.
Nice.
You got 5 feet more to the north if you want.
Yeah. Why not? Let's go 5 feet to the north.
All right. So that's your
Do I
action.
get-
That's
do I get-
30.
Do I get half cover for being half? No.
No. You get actually disadvantage anytime you're off the map. It makes everybody want to kill you right away.
The void, the great void, sucking me out. Okay. I think that is all I will do. I will end my turn.
All right, now I'm going to go ahead and mark this trap dead so we don't allow somebody else to trigger off of that same one. All right, that trap is expended. Okay, next up is an opponent. All right, this opponent's going to move a bit here, take a couple of shots over at Grim. Neither of those will connect. This one's going to move here, here, and also take a couple of shots at Grim. And it looks like that second shot whizzes just by your face there, Grim, but does not connect. Let's move to Runok. And Runok is currently muted.
All right. Sorry about that. Runok is going to Misty Step.
All right, Misty Step. That'll get you 30 feet. Where would you like to go?
I am going to go right next to Glory and Sylvain.
Selvin, sure enough. Yeah, okay, you burned that spell slot. That's your bonus action. What else?
I'm going to start swinging at the guy that's in between us there.
All right, the guy to your northeast. Yeah, make your attacks. First attack is going to miss.
I'm going to graze with that.
Go ahead and click that. Oh, man, I was hoping it would actually post the amount of damage. Is that 4? I always forget.
Yes, 4.
All right, I've applied 4 graze damage to him.
All right, second attack.
Yeah, that'll connect. All right, your great sword slashes down into his shoulder, wounding him.
Okay, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Archgale.
All right, I'm gonna channel divinity, turn on dead.
Okay, as soon as you...
And I want to specify as well, because I don't know if this is going to matter. I don't want to target any of my allies, including our guide, because I don't know if they're undead or not.
Okay, fair enough. So you're only targeting enemies within 30 feet of you. The moment you turn undead, you've spotted this before. You notice there's this sort of counter pulse that goes off of these ones closest to you. They have advantage on the saving throws to resist your turn undead. On a quick check, it looks to me within 30 feet, you are affecting 3 of them. So here comes 3 saves. All right, so it looks like the first one is going to fail. I believe your DC's less than 17, or at least not 18. So the other 2 are going to succeed.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and mark this guy with a fear icon as he is now turned.
Okay, and then a part of that is this as well. So I will roll 5d8s.
All right, so the one that failed, we'll go ahead and take that damage as the undead is seared.
All right, and then I'm going to cast Healing Word at the 2nd level on Grim. And he will get 18 back.
Oh, he's got my back.
All right, go ahead and burn that slot. And yes, Grim, you are restored some.
All right. I don't know if I really want to go anywhere, so I'm going to end my turn.
All right. So I looked it up. Silverhoof has 18 strength, so that would mean I could jump 9 feet. Can they just jump over to the left here to get out of the circle?
Yes. But because you're new at this is not your animal, and you're trying to do the best you can controlling him, I'm going to ask for an animal handling check to see how well you navigate this beast that you are completely unfamiliar with.
Okay. All right. This is going to be terrible.
What's his intelligence, though? Does that help him at all?
No,
Silverhoof?
this is essentially like, again, this is brand new to you. This is not like a steed that you're used to riding. This is not a relationship you've had a long time, nothing like that. So this is you're like a fish out of water at this point. So you're trying to figure out, like, how do I tell this steed to jump, right? And you're like trying to push him around, do the best you can. And I would say with that check, Silverhoof doesn't really understand what it is that you're trying to do. So he's just going to walk that way essentially. And he's going to take the walking damage, only one set of damage there.
Okay.
So it's going to be 6 points of damage applied to Silverhoof. Barnaby, please apply that since you control Silverhoof's token, and then you can control him as you wish now on.
Okay, so that was 10 feet of movement, so he has 60, so you got 50 left, so it'll even let me move. I'm, like, unable to move him. I just want to move forward. I think
the
'cause
north?
he's half
I thought
up,
you-
I can move. Yes.
So count that
I
as
thought you
30.
had-
Okay, and then from here, at this creature, I'm going to Vicious Mockery. Hey, you're ugly!
All
wrong
right.
thing. 1 sec. Wisdom saving throw.
Yes, this does indeed seem to affect him. Go ahead and post your damage there.
So 10 psychic damage, and then the negative of it, the disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. And let's see, I should be in range. I can see Grim there, so I'm going to, with my bonus action, cast Healing Word at the 1st level.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Is that for me?
Yep, for Grim. 10.
Oh, I'm gonna kill that wizard.
All right, this guy's going to take a couple of shots at Grim, both of which will miss. All right, this one currently has disadvantage. He doesn't like how close everybody's getting to him, so he's going to go ahead and back off a bit. He'll take his disadvantage shot, the first one at least, at Grim. The second will be regular. All right, both of those shots will miss. All right, then we move to Barnaby, who's currently in the center of the effect.
Barnaby pretends he has a level 2 spell slot left, which he does not. Anyway, so he is going to take one mighty jump, or at least he's going to try to, Adam, to get to this here. I have a 13 strength, so am I able to jump that distance?
No, because that rounded down is only going to be 6 feet. You're only going to get to there. So you jump, land there. You're going to take the damage. So that's 5 points of piercing damage as you leap to there.
All right, I'll just finish up Adam because I'm going to do it again. If I'm not going to... So does that jump attempt take anything? Because if so, I'm just going to go ahead and go here, and then I'll jump to the spot here, if that makes sense.
Yep, that works. No, the jump doesn't take anything but your movement.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll go ahead and take 2 of those. So I'll take 11 there.
Just quick note, it looks like your HP is going down, but I see you have the 10 temp HP, so I'm not sure if you forgot those or not.
No. Yeah. So that was my temp. Thanks. That I was just doing that. The other one was at the level it was because I am at minus 16. I didn't remove any from the green, just the red.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm minus 16 due to some damage I took earlier. And I'm going to take 1 normal point here. So 1 moment, please. Sorry.
No worries. One thing I forgot, however, I think only really you will be significantly affected by this, Barnaby, but it is difficult terrain as you're moving through this area. So call that 25 feet to get to where you currently are.
All right, perfect. Thanks. I'm going to go ahead and move up here just in case it helps with any of the range there. I'm going to go ahead and I see this. The only guy that I really have great. Oh, actually, I see this guy up here, Adam. I'm going to go ahead and Eldritch Blast him then.
Okay. Yes, both of those rays smash into this individual.
It kind of did something weird. Anyway, it works. It's just I'm just like, where did it? It didn't show up on. Oh, okay. It just looks different on whatever I did. I don't know. Maybe it's a new guy thing on March. Whatever.
No worries. Yeah, you hit him with a couple of rays, wounding him a bit. All right, this one is turned. However, he has a bleed effect, which deals damage. So he takes 1 point of damage. The turn will drop. He is then going to stand up from prone. And he's going to move to there. And he's going to go ahead and attack Runok. Neither of those attacks will get through Runok's defenses, however. Alrighty, this one's turn. Alright, he's going to try to get a little crafty here. Alright, Archgale, as he can see your humanitis, he is going to do what he can to fire at you, knowing that he's going to get some advantage. So he's going to move just a hair, and then he's going to take 2 shots at advantage against you. First one is going to critically hit. Okay, same crit again. So this is a lunge and thrust, twice as many damage as normal, and a bleed effect of 1 point. Okay, so that's going to be 9 piercing against Archgale, and I'll go ahead and throw that bleed on. Alright, that was his 2 attacks, and then we'll move to this one's turn. Alright, he sees how close folks are getting, so he's going to actually drop his short bow and draw out his short sword as he makes his way to here. He is then going to attack you, Grim, twice. He will critically hit and then hit.
Oof.
Okay, true crit and then regular. So that's going to be a total of 16 points of damage as he pokes. Okay, move to the top of the next round with Glory.
All right, Glory is going to attack this guy right in front.
Yes, 21 will connect. All right, slashing and wounding him.
Attack again.
16 will also hit. Wounding him a second time.
All right, and pulse strike.
That will miss, however.
All right. Okay, I guess that will end the turn.
Alrighty, this guy's turn. All right, he is going to, with his bow, he's going to sort of lean back a bit. If those of you that have vision on him, you'll see he leans back, and you notice this green sparkle fills an arrow as he launches a single arrow. It is going to fly over the heads of Archgale and Runok and Glory and Barnaby and explode in a shower of green.
Sorry, is this a spell?
It is not a spell.
Okay, just double checking.
So I will need all of you in there to, so again, that's Archgale, Runok, Glory, and Barnaby to go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Just remember +4 in case it matters.
Yep. And I think I have an ability that's, if I fail, I can re-roll. Let me look.
That's for Dex save. Are you talking about on Glory?
Once per active rage, if you fail a saving throw, you can re-roll it with a bonus equal to your rage damage bonus.
Ah, okay.
So if that was the case, I would... well, if I fail, I'll re-roll, and then I guess we'll see.
Yes, Glory failed, Barnaby failed.
So
Does a 16 pass?
A 16 passes, yep. All right, so that is a success then, and that ability is burned. So I'm going to post this here. Essentially, if you failed, you're going to take full damage and you are poisoned. If you succeeded, you only take half. So that's 18 points of damage to Barnaby, I think is the one that failed. And then everybody else will take 9. Barnaby, you are also poisoned.
I can't remember, and I don't see it on the sheet. The only damage mitigation is like the physical forms, right? So I would take the full 9, not half.
Correct.
For
Yes.
rage.
Yeah. It's only right. I think it's only piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning at this point.
Okay.
So, just a heads up, I'm resistant to poison damage, so I'm just gonna take 4.
Fair enough. Those of you with good eyes will notice that none of the ghouls seem affected by this, nor does Selvin. All right, and then from there, he's going to go ahead and skedaddle. And once again, fade into the darkness. Alrighty, Sullivan's turn here. She is going to go ahead and slash out at the wounded one, and if she happens to drop him, she will then attack the other wounded one. Unfortunately, only one of those attacks is going to connect, so she'll just wound that one. And she seems a bit aggravated by that. Alrighty, this one's here is going to scoot down and attack Runok. Alright, a bite and a claw on Runok, both of which are going to connect. Alright, Runok, you're going to take a total of 32 points of damage from those 2 attacks. And then I will need 2 Constitution saving throws from you, Runok.
Okay, I am resistant to necrotic, so it's going to be 28
Yes.
total. And what kind of save? Constitution?
2 Constitution saving throws, yep. Alright, you feel no additional ill effects from that. Let's see, on that strike... No, he's not going to use that ability. We're going to go ahead and move to Grim.
All right, Grim's separating from the party for a bonus action second wind.
Grim, remember to take 1 point of damage at the beginning of your turn from that bleed effect.
Okay, I'll add 17 to my healing then.
Yep, that works.
Okay, now part of that, I get to move 15 with that bonus action without opportunity. 5, 10, 15.
All right, perception
then
check to see if you know where this guy is, because I presume you're heading after him.
Yes, come on.
Yes, your eyes focus on him. He's kind of blending into the darkness, but you're able to pick him out.
All right, I'm 30 feet away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. With my action, I'm going to try to slay this guy.
First attack will miss.
All right, well, let's try to make it easier. Smash him with my shield.
Do you have to hit to use that or no?
No, I don't think. No,
I
that's
can't
a good
even
question.
remember.
I don't think we.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
can't
think we
remember.
do. Here it is. In the old rules, I think it was. So bad. You got to go to.
That's Shield Master, right?
Yeah.
And hit with a melee weapon.
Oh, I do have to hit. Okay, good. Thanks for double checking. Adam. I
No
really
problem.
appreciate
I couldn't remember it. I was like, is that? It kind of stuck in my head, but I wasn't sure.
I think it came up like last session or something too, but I don't remember. Yeah.
it. Okay. No. Yes. Inspiration.
So
I'll
you-
swing again.
So you're using inspiration on
burning
this
my-
next attack to attack at advantage, is what you're saying?
No, I'm gonna. I failed that first attack, so I'm gonna use my inspiration to try it again. Oof.
That is going to
Alright.
miss as well.
All right, here's my second attack. Oh my goodness!
That is also going to miss, I'm afraid. All right, this guy's turn. He's going to move up to there, and he's going to take a couple of shots at you here, Grim. But you will manage to evade both of those. Archgale from the darkness, 2 shots at you. At advantage. Critical and a hit. Man, that one keeps getting rolled. Okay, so true damage. That doesn't stack, so you already have it, so that doesn't apply. But here comes both the damages. So that's going to be 15 total points of damage to you there, Archgale. Alrighty, this guy is going to move up to here, fire at you a couple of times, Grim. 21, I believe, is your AC, so that second one will manage to connect. For 4 points of damage, then he's going to keep moving. Alrighty, this one's turn. He notices Runok getting pretty hurt there, so he's going to make his attacks on Runok as he's just barely on his feet.
I'm gonna use Lucky.
All right, that'll make the first attack at disadvantage.
I think there's an ability that I can use as Glory as well to make it like disadvantage or something. 1 second.
You want to use the second attack to be disadvantage?
Probably. Let me look.
If you're
It's
referring to
Sentinel.
Sentinel, it just means you can attack him if he attacks someone other than you.
Okay, well then I'll do that. I'll attack him if he attacks Runok.
Yep, so how that works is he'll get his attack first, then you'll get to trigger that ability. So here comes his attack with the lucky spent. This will be at disadvantage. 17, unfortunately, is still going to connect against Runok.
Yep.
That is going to be 9 points of damage since you're resistant to necrotic. Then go ahead and make your attack as Glory. 13 is going to miss, however, allowing him to get off his second attack on Runok. Also hitting.
Yeah, that'll hit.
15 points of damage as Runok
I'm down.
drops to the ground. All right, next up is Caliban.
Let's see if this comedy of arrows completes. Caliban wants to try to get into the combat here.
You might be a little off map, so I'm going to go ahead and assume you're moving like past the steep. Oh, okay, you can move. Excellent.
Yeah, that worked out well. I just want to do it one by one because I don't know, Murphy's Law. I'm going to step on another trap.
Yes.
I'm going to get over to here, and finally attack this guy here.
All right, you're currently. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, you're not flanking because Runak is on the ground. So yeah, you can attack him though.
Oh man, see, I planned that very carefully, and I did not anticipate Furunak being down. Oops. Oh well, I still gotta try to do what I can here. And I'm gonna true strike that first attack on that because he is undead.
$18 will hit. See, are you currently using a shield?
Oh, I am. Let me roll the damage on the single hand there. Yep.
There you go.
I think I'm trying to. I can't tell if that's going to roll. Oh yeah, that'll roll just the damage. There we go. Yep.
All right, your blade flashes out, striking with some radiant energy and wounding him.
Second attack for the same thing.
That'll hit as well.
Having some luck here. And I'll sap him with that one.
All right, you apply sap.
Yeah, I think I will end my turn there then.
Alrighty, this one's turn. He's also going to fire at you a couple of times here, Grim. Second one manages to connect. 5 points of piercing damage. Actually, I'm sorry. He's gonna go like this. Do you want to take an opportunity attack against him?
No, because you're gonna move that wizard.
He was hoping you were going for that one, but all right. Okay, this guy's turn here. Yeah, he's going to take his shots against Laud. Also, Laud not able to see in the darkness very far. These attacks will be at advantage.
Yep.
Doing a quick measurement to make sure where he's got to be. All right, he is where he's got to be. Here comes a couple of shots. So 20 and 17. Looks like those are
20 would definitely err. So I'm going to use the. I still have one mirror image, so. Oops, I gotta roll it. Yeah, so 4, the first one would hit that, and then the second one I would shield, which would make it miss.
All right, go ahead and burn that shield slot. So no more mirror images then.
Correct. And then I guess my AC is 20 until the end of my turn.
Alrighty, sounds good. We move to Runak. Runak, 2 GM death save, please. All right, I'm not going to ask if you have an advantage on these like I do every time, since we determined no, you do not. Sorry. We'll go ahead and move to Archgale.
Okay, really quickly, is this trap actually defunct here in front of me? There's an X over it, but I don't think it should be.
It is, yeah. I think Grim stepped in that one. It was early on that one got busted.
Okay, then that works out magically. I'm going to take my 1 point of damage, I assume. I take that first.
Yes.
Okay, there's my 1 point of damage. And then I'm going to move 5, 10. Oh, what the heck? 15. And I'm going to reach down and shake Runak awake with with Cure Wounds. I'm gonna upcast that to the 4th level.
All right. Big boy heal incoming.
Is that 1 additional D8 or 2 for upcast?
Every level is 2d8 for Cure Wounds in 2024.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, we built that macro for you, right? Oh, actually, right. It asks you how many dice. I forgot.
Yep.
Yeah, I could probably change that macro to say what level slot, and then it would do the math for you. Remind me sometime between this week and next week, and I'll explore that. All right, 36 HP, big heal to Runok. So Runok, you get a surge of power into you. You're no longer unconscious. Of course, you still are prone. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that icon on you. And you take that 1 level of exhaustion.
Thank you.
And I will get 6 back myself.
You used a 4th level slot, so it looks like 8 back for you there, Archgale.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Hit points equal to 2 plus this. Yeah, I'm sorry. You did it right. I thought it was 2 times the spell level.
Okay. I'll just take that back off. Okay. So that is action. I cannot cast any other spells. I assume I cannot staunch a wound as a bonus action.
You cannot.
Alright, and I don't have anything here, so I'm going to end my turn.
Okay, Laud.
All right. First thing I'm going to do is at this guy cast a vicious mockery.
Yes, he is affected. He collapses in a fit of embarrassment.
And then I will, with my bonus action, I will give Runok a bardic inspiration. Actually, have any? Yeah, I do have them. Okay. And then I will move forward a little bit. Let's see, 5, 10, 15. Can I get here? Or is this tree blocking me in this space right here?
Nope. If it's not blocked by dynamic lighting, you can move through it.
Okay. And then I guess I'll move, say, to there and end my turn here.
All right. Okay, this one's turn. He's going to make his way down here, take a couple of shots at Grim. But both of those will miss. All right, this guy is going to use his special ability of steady aim and take 2 shots at you here, Laud. 23 and 23, those are both going to connect. That's a total of 12 points of damage from the 2 arrows. Okay, we'll move down to Barnaby. It was currently poisoned. What would you like to do, Barnaby?
Archgale, do you have a weapon in hand? What do you have in your hand?
Sword.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to go here, trying to stay out of the way. 10, 15, 20, 25. I know this first one will be at a disadvantage, but I'm going to go ahead and try to make that attack anyway.
Okay, you're currently flanking with Sullivan, so I'll give you a +2. But yes, poison gives disadvantage on all attacks. So if you make multiple, they'll all be at disadvantage.
Well, yeah, but if I'm going to go after this one here.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and then what I'm going to do is I have Vex, so at least if it hits, at least I neutral out that second one. You know,
Gotcha.
so.
Okay, so you're banking on a hit. Let's see it. Yeah, that is going to hit with a 19. Okay, blade pierces in and wounds him.
All right, and I'm going to go ahead and add a first level smite to that as well.
Okay, he is undead, believe it or not.
So I'm going to go ahead and do this one, and then I'm just going to add 1d8 at him.
Yeah, that works for me. Okay, 13 points of divine energy lights up the blade and strikes him.
All right, so this one here would be advantage, but it neutrals out.
And that is going to miss.
Does the flank help at all?
It does, but it still misses.
All right, sounds good. Thanks.
All right, end of your turn, Barnaby. You get a new save to shake off the poison effect. Con save, please. That is not going to do it. You are still poisoned.
Love poison. Oh, actually, Adam, I'm going to go ahead and use my inspiration because I might as well.
To re-roll the saving throw?
Correct.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead.
Do you benefit? Do you benefit from your own aura? I mean, probably doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I rolled a 5, so I mean, it's a it'd be a 9, so.
That is good
But
enough
anyway,
to shake off the poison. Inspiration burn, no longer poisoned. All right, this one's
Thank you.
turn. He notices that Archgale has restored Runak to life, but Runak is down in an open target, so he's going to take his 1 point of damage from his bleed, and then he's going to unleash on Runak. Both of those attacks are going to connect. So that will be 11 points of damage from the bite and Constitution saving throw on that one, Runak.
Oh, I'm whispering. Sorry.
No worries. We're going to take that roll anyhow. Okay. All right. So that really doesn't do anything to you based on your background. The claws will also hit, and that's going to deal 18 points of damage. And then, man, I got to double check this real quick.
Oh, God. You know what? Why not? Once he hits me, I am going to, as my reaction, expend a 3rd level spell slot and do Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, so as he hits you, what I was looking for, and I didn't find it quickly, so you are not by the... I have to look it up in the rule book, but I don't think you're technically classified as undead, right?
I mean, I am for, like, turn undead and everything like that. I'm a Darakul.
Right, so unfortunately, let's see. It says, though you are humanoid, you are susceptible to effects that target undead. So you're not classified as undead. It specifically calls out that you are affected by turn undead. But the reason I was asking is his ability says it doesn't affect undead, but you are not classified as undead. You're only harmed by things that affect undead, if that makes sense. So essentially, you don't get the benefits.
I get all the bad.
Right. You get,
Yep.
now you get some of
I gotcha.
those other things, right? Like you're getting some of them, but you're not technically typed as undead. So because of that, I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll use my inspiration to re-roll that.
All right.
Plus
feel free.
4 if it matters as well.
+4. Okay.
With +4, you won't have to use your inspiration, so don't worry. That is a save.
Oh,
You can
good.
keep your inspiration. Okay, so you're not affected by that ability then, and now you want to go ahead and burn your reaction. Go ahead and do so.
Yeah. So Hellish Rebuke, 3rd level.
Hey, Adam, also, after this here, Silverhoof didn't take his turn. It was after my turn. Is it too late for that?
What were you hoping he would do?
He would just dash.
So Laud controls his movement. You don't get to control his movement.
Okay, all right. So, in case he'll just attack something, and we'll just assume that he'll attack if something's within range. Then,
Right. That's kind of what I've been watching for, and so far there hasn't been.
Okay, all right.
Hellish Rebuke. Here comes Dex save. He is not going to succeed that, so go ahead and post your damage.
Okay, I'm just looking up where if you cast at a higher level, what happens, because it doesn't say that in my thing.
When you click it, does it not ask you the level to cast it at?
It does, but on the actual like readout, I guess maybe I can just click.
I'll double check it in the SRD. I'd be surprised if it didn't, though, because otherwise that'd be pretty lame.
Okay, yeah, it does account for it. So 32 fire damage.
All right, he is scorched badly, but still on his feet. Yes, I just looked it up. So it's on a higher level. It's 1d10 for each up level.
Okay, so I'm just responding. So
Yep, so he was burnt very bad. He is still on his feet. That is his turn, though. Okay, then we move down to this one's turn. All right, Archgale unfortunately still can't see this attacker, so he's going to fire at you twice at advantage. 19 and 20. Your AC is 19, so both of those are going to hit.
I will use my reaction shield.
Okay, go ahead and burn that spell slot, and both of those attacks will miss. Doing a quick double check. I think this only applies to melee, but just a moment. Ooh, it doesn't only apply to melee. So, let's see. Archgale, you're going to take 4 points of graze damage from those attacks. Alrighty, this guy's turn. He dropped his bow, so he has sword in hand, or rapier in hand, I should say. He's going to make his way up here. And he will get to there. Okay, top of the next round, we've got Glory.
All right, Glory is going to start by attacking this guy with the halberd.
All right, you attack over Runak's down body there. Go to make your attack. That is going to miss.
Second attack. Oh no.
Also will miss.
Okay.
I know you don't play Glory a lot, but also remember he only gets the flank if he's within 5 feet, in case that matters next turn.
Oh yeah, good point. Can I? So at this point, since I already attacked, but I still have my bonus attack, can I attack recklessly or no?
Yeah, you can. It just stays on you all the way until the start of your next turn.
Yeah. Okay. True. All right, I'm gonna move there, and then.
Hello.
Is this guy downed? Or like I see a down arrow. Is he like prone, or is he just standing there?
No, he is standing there. He's very badly hurt, but he's not down.
He's got a 1-point bleed on him. That's what
Yes.
that indicator.
Okay. All right. Then I will recklessly attack with Bull Strike to try to take this guy out.
All right.
Get up, Glory.
Wait, where's the? I must.
While you're standing on my nose.
That one will connect.
Okay. All right. Damage.
I didn't realize you didn't wear underwear.
All right, as you smash him right in the face, he is going to drop.
Underwear makes me angry. And is so in order to like grab Runak and try to pull him out of the range, that is an action, right? So I'd have to
It
like, grapple
is.
him as an action.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm just going to stay here to try to, block him from getting attacked, and that will be the end of the turn.
All right. At this guy's turn, you're going to notice as he seems to fade into the darkness here, Grim, trying to avoid you being able to see him. Go ahead and give me a perception check. He tries,
Nice.
but unfortunately for him, you are pinpointing on him, and he is not able to get away. He is then going to... He's going to risk it. He's going to step away from you if you'd like to take an opportunity attack.
Oh.
Yes, that will manage to connect. All right, you will smash into him, wounding him. He's going to move back to here, and then he's going to fire with his bow, kind of point blank, right in your direction.
Nice.
He will critically hit on the first one. Let's see, this is actually predominantly cold damage, so here comes a cold crit.
Just like my heart.
Maximum damage for normal, and roll the damage again, and the creature is paralyzed until the end of its next turn. Oh! Okay, this is essentially freezing you, Grim. Okay, so let me go ahead and calculate. So I'm going to post regular damage, and then calculate what the maximum is, and add those together.
It couldn't be any worse. I'm surrounded by people.
It is not good, yes. All right, so he just dealt 17, and then the max he could deal would be another 8 and 12, 20. So that's going to be 37 points of damage to you, Grim. And as this blast of cold hits you from this shot, you essentially lock up. You kind of freeze in place. He is then going to fire another shot at you. This will be at advantage now since you are paralyzed. And that
But
will
the ice
also
around
critically hit.
you, but the ice around you gives you an extra shield. So
Unfortunately not. Okay, and this is very similar, except it also has an injury, which we're not playing with in this campaign. So essentially the same deal. I'm going to go ahead and calculate that again real quick. So that's 35 more points of damage.
Okay, that would have dropped me, but I have the orc thing, so I have.
And
one
go ahead and
point.
post the orc thing just to double check that you can use it while you're paralyzed. I assume you can, but
Okay, let me go to my features. Relentless endurance.
yeah, so it doesn't say you have to use that action or be conscious or anything like that. So yeah, that will work. So you are at 1 HP. You are going to notice then after he fires 2 marvelous shots, and obviously you saw there were critical hits, but he's just thinking he's really, really good. So he's going to smirk as he moves up to here. All right, on Selvin's turn, she's going to stay right where she is because she already has the flank with Barnaby. So she's going to attack this guy a few times. She will hit him twice and then miss on that third attack, slashing him up a bit. After she does so, we will move to his turn. Let's see. He knows Runak is on the ground there with Glory, but Glory's kind of obstructing him a little bit. He doesn't see through that token, so he's going to go ahead and attack somebody else. And that somebody else is Caliban. Caliban, here comes a couple of attacks. A bite and a claw, but no, they're not able to get through your impressive defense. Hey, Grim, start of your turn. Please apply that 1 point of bleed damage.
Oh,
Let's
no.
see what happens. Let's see what happens.
All right, so as you take that 1 point of bleed damage, that is going to cause you to fall. Unfortunately, you're still paralyzed, so you're paralyzed and prone. All right,
And I end
and
my turn?
yes, because you are also unconscious. Let me see exactly to the end. So you're technically no longer paralyzed. Not that it will matter all that much, but yeah. So now you are simply prone and unconscious. I'm gonna just go. Whoop! Ignore that. I'm gonna go ahead and set the unconscious on you. All right. See, yeah. So that's the end of your turn. Move to this guy's turn. Okay, well, he's got bow in hand, and he sees that his buddy there has sword in hand, so he's going to let the sword guy kill Grim off on his turn. So he's instead going to... Yeah, he's kind of like that. He's going to move down to here, and he's going to take a couple of shots at Laud. Laud, you could barely see this guy through the shadows, but enough that he doesn't get advantage. 15 and 16. Let's see, your AC is 20. Didn't your turn already come back around?
Yeah, it did. Sorry, I forgot to turn that off. It's 15 right now.
Okay, so 15 and 16 will both connect. All right, hearing no reaction, we're going to go ahead and post those damages. 10 points of damage to Laud. And let's see, on that second one, as he hits you at the first shot, the second one hits you, first one hits you kind of on the left side, second one hits you on the right side, and you fall off of Silverhoof, landing in a square of your choice around Silverhoof. Please pick a square you'd like to land in.
So any of the 4 around him, could I go, say, there, or?
Sure. Yeah, anywhere within 5 feet of Silver. Is that where you'd like to stay?
Sure.
All right, so yeah, get shot off. You are currently prone on the ground. I'm going to go ahead and set that. Alrighty, then we move down to this guy's turn. He's going to take a couple of shots at Archgale at advantage since Archgale cannot see him. 23 is going to hit.
I still have shield. My turn hasn't come around.
24 AC, that shield is going to support, and that's going to make that miss. All right, this guy's turn. All right, he's going to make his way over to there. Okay, he's going to take a couple of shots at Barnaby. Barnaby, you can see him at the edge of your dark vision, so these are straight up shots. 18 and a 19. Barnaby's AC is 18, so these are both going to connect.
It's my AC is a 20 because before the end of the last session, I cast Shield of Faith. so I'm at a 20 right now.
Ah, okay, 20 AC. So those attacks will both miss then. Have you suffered any damage in this battle that you've been making concentration checks on your Shield of Faith?
Oh shoot, I have taken damage, but no, because I didn't even think of it and everything. I thought it
So
would
let's do it
do
this
it
way.
automatically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, you have advantage on yours with Warcaster. I know you took some from the spike growth, and I'm assuming you got hit multiple other times. So I'm going to say give me 2 concentration checks, not at advantage, because I think you got hit multiple times. So this is just going to kind of balance them all out. And then if you still have it, you're still good.
Yeah, so I would have taken 2 just from the spiked growth themselves. So that's 2 attacks. I mean, yeah. Okay.
I'm thinking it's like 4, but again, I'm just basing it on your HP. You were missing a little bit, but you lost all your temp HP, and it looks like you lost maybe another 15 in the green or so. So
Yeah, I don't remember, but I mean, it's all good anyway. So I was just trying to be fair, thinking about how many times I got hit. So
yeah, so I'll say your choice. You can do 4 at advantage or 2 regular. Okay, so that first one, either way, obviously you would have dropped concentration there. Would not have Shield of Faith at this point, so both of those short bow attacks are going to connect.
all right, sounds fair enough.
All right, that's going to be 10 points of piercing damage to you there, Barnaby. And, yeah, he's not going to choose to use that ability because it doesn't really help him. So we're going to move to Caliban.
The wizard, Caliban. We're all grouped up here. Get that wizard.
All right. I have no idea where that's going to be, but I do know we're taking fire from the north, so that's where Caliban is going to go. So he's going to 5, 10, 15 to there and take an opportunity attack.
All right, as you step away from that ghoul, he's going to slash out with his claws. And it's going to hit on Caliban.
Gets me too. I would actually like to, because that could be, those claws are bad. I'd like to shield and use my last spell slot to shield that.
All right, go ahead and burn your shield slot.
I should end up having to burn a level 2 for that. That hurt.
All right, so that's 15 feet of movement so far. Feel free to continue your turn.
20, 25, 30 to there. Holy crap, there's a lot of these guys. I don't know where he is. Yeah. I will. I guess is anywhere near enough to even do a perception roll to see if I see him.
From where you're at, I can say you do not see him.
Okay. It doesn't matter how perceptive you are. You are not going to see him. Okay.
Right, exactly.
I will end my turn there.
So I don't think you did an action or anything, right? You just moved?
Oh, that's true, actually. I'm not sure if I have an action.
You could dash or
I'll just
dodge
spell-
at minimum.
Oh, that's true. I'm out of spell slots, but I could definitely dash. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm actually going to try to cut these guys off a bit. So I'll at least dash. Thank you. Let's go. $30 to there, actually, and I see Grim in a pile of blood, and ice, and blood, and some snow. Why is that snow yellow? Okay, I will end my turn there.
All right, we move to this guy. He's going to step down, take a couple of shots at Caliban. Both of those will miss, however. Caliban, you can go ahead and throw a perception check now to see if you spot that guy. You do not. So even if you see him on the screen, Caliban does not see him. All right, we'll move to this guy's turn. He's going to take a couple of shots at Caliban as well. Those 2 shots will miss. All right, Runok currently conscious, badly wounded at Glory's feet.
Okay. Runak is gonna crawl on top of the dead ghoul's body here, and then stand up, and then move to here.
Where there's no red X, right?
Yeah. And I'm going to disengage.
Now, just remember, you can totally do that, but based on your movement, crawling, standing up from prone, I think you're out of movement. So unless you're doing something amazing,
Oh,
disengage
really?
might not. Yeah, because you started here, so it'd be like 10 feet of movement to crawl to here. Your speed is 30, right? So standing up would be 15. That's 25, and then 5 would get you there. It's 30.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, in that case, I am instead just going to bonus action second wind.
Okay, that'll work.
And then I'm going to use my attacks on the guy.
Okay, sure. Yeah, go ahead and post that second wind. Let's see how much life you get back. All right, 6 HP back.
Good. And we swing.
First attack is going to miss. Second attack, however, will connect. All right, you slash down on the ghoul, wounding him.
Okay. That is the end of my turn.
Okay, Archgale, your turns. Take 1 point of damage at the start of your turn, please.
All right. I'm going to move. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh. This does not help me at all. 25, 30. Oh, it was not what I was hoping for. That sucks.
I
Well,
know. Now you're between a rock and a rock and a rock and a rock.
yeah. Literally a rock in a hard place. Okay, I guess I really don't have a lot of spell slots. That sucks. Well, all right, let me do a quick count. 1, 2, 3. And there is no sign of Grim anywhere. Alright, 1, 2, 3.
As you're contemplating, you remember back in Adventurer School when they said never split the party, and it keeps coming back to you right at this moment.
Alright, I guess what I'm gonna do is I don't have a lot of other choices. I'm gonna cast bonus action healing word on Runak. It's gonna be 2nd level. And then I will get some back as well. So 2 plus 2 is 4.
Thank you. Find Grib. He's been fighting a wizard.
And then I'm going to... guess I'm going to cast... I guess I'll cast Firebolt at the one enemy I can see right in front of me.
All right, go ahead and make that attack. Yes, that firebolt will smash into the Shadow Fae, scorching him badly.
Alright, that's movement, bonus action, and my turn.
Okay, we'll move to Laud's turn. Currently prone.
For standing up, is it half your movement or is it just flat 15? I forget.
Half your movement.
For which one? Okay, so I only have 15 feet of movement.
So only 5
are we gonna
feet
say
to
that's-
stand up.
Okay, all right, so 5 feet to stand up. Then I'll move here.
As you step
And-
there, Laud, you step right into a hunting trap. Please give me a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
snaps shut on your foot. As it does so, you're going to take 2 points of piercing damage, and your speed is set to 0.
Okay, that is fine. Then what I'm going to do is get a token. And see, I can see like this space here, like the edge of this is the center. I think that spot's allowed based on the edge of my range, and cast Fireball right there.
Looks close enough to me. All right,
Got a
so go ahead
spot.
and post your fireball. Okay, so the first one will manage to evade that, or take half damage, I should say. The other 3 will not. All right, so 27, this guy's going to take 13. And then 27 will be applied to the others. All right, so as the little beam floats out and then explodes in this giant ball of fire, you're going to notice the grass kind of singes. It injures these guys pretty badly. And I think as a good side effect of that, lighting everything up and burning away the grass, I'm going to show you where the hunting traps are in that area. All right, you're going to notice that that has significantly wounded those individuals. Anything else, Lod?
Yeah, so I can see on the map, but I think it's probably just because the tokens I have access to. I can see Caliban here. I don't know if I could actually see him from this position.
You can't as Lod, unfortunately, no.
Okay, I figured that was kind of unreasonable. Then I will, as a bonus action, I will cast Bardic Inspiration on Barnaby.
All right, Bardic Inspiration to Barnaby.
And that will end my turn.
All right, we move to this one's turn. He's going to back away into the darkness. Allowing him to fire at Archgale at advantage. Critically hitting Archgale. Normal crit. That's going to be 10 points of damage against Archgale. And as he hits you with significant force, that is actually going to push you backwards 5 feet there, Archgale. Alrighty, this guy's turn. He's no longer affected by the vicious mockery. So he's going to... he's going to use his steady aim ability and fire twice at Archgale. But both of those shots will miss. Okay, next up is Barnaby.
All right, I really want to get out of here, but, you know, got to get rid of this guy here first because he's a pain in the ass, right? So I'm going to go ahead and swing at him first, see what happens.
That will miss. Second attack certainly hits.
Yeah, I wanted to make up for the first miss, you know.
Makes sense. Good always choice to do that. All right, max plus. So just post a normal. We'll calculate your max. Ooh, and he's frightened.
All right, so just push crit damage. Is that it? Or
Just post the regular damage because then we'll calculate your max and add that to it. All right, so your max is going to be an additional 14 points of damage on top of what you roll. So that's going to be 27 points of damage to him.
all right, so that's going to end his turn, but Silverhoof is actually going to go ahead and take a turn himself.
Okay, yep, no longer mounted, so you can do so.
He's going to try to stomp on this guy. And Adam, I haven't used the attack, I don't think, on this guy, so just to let you know, or maybe I did. And anyway, let's see how the attack stuff goes.
So one quick reminder that I want to give you here, Barnaby, is that you can see this area because you have dark vision, but Silverhoof does not. So you could essentially tell him. I'm sorry?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, you could pretty much tell him, hey, run to there kind of thing. I'll give you that, but he is going to be attacking at disadvantage because he cannot see in the darkness.
Okay,
I can see that creature, and I have light. Would that not extend far enough? Because it should be 60 feet from me. I don't know if that will affect him.
No, your light only goes 40 feet. You're seeing because of Glory's token.
Gotcha. Okay. Sorry. It's very confusing when you get multiple.
I know it is. Yeah, no worries. I can hit Control L and see exactly your vision. That's why I'm telling you.
Okay. Yeah, and Adam, I was thinking with the fireball that just went off, I think I was just doing theater of the mind there and everything. Is it okay if I move Silverhoof back?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was thinking with the fireball, that he would
it would just be an instant. So I was going to say, you could certainly send him there, but he'd be attacking at disadvantage because it's dark in an instant.
Okay, so what he's going to do then is he's just going to go here, and he is going to take the dodge action, but he's going to be blocking his new friend Loud.
All right, body blocking a bit. Okay.
There you go.
All right.
He likes those apples you gave him earlier, Loud. Yeah.
All right, yeah, he's going to make his way up here, and he's going to take a couple of shots at Archgale from the darkness. All right, here come those shots. Those will both miss. Archgale, you'll take 4 points of graze damage. All right, this one here, standing right above the downed Grim. Unfortunately, he's going to go for the killing blow. So he's going to stab down at Grim at advantage. If this hits, it counts as 2 failed death saves. So that's a 17, which will not get through Grim's armor. So as he's nervously looking back at Caliban, trying to kill Grim before he can get to him, he doesn't manage to land a strike. He will then take that second attack and is not able to land a strike into Grim. Unfortunately, Grim, and this is just terrible luck, he also has graze. So both of those attacks are going to deal graze damage, which means 1, 2 failed death saves. Not critical failed death saves, just regular failed death saves. So you're going to have 2 failed death saves as we move to Glory.
Okay. I don't think there's... Hold up. Let me see if I have any healing effects or anything like that. I don't think I could even reach anyway. I do not. All right, so I'm just going to attack this guy with the... Actually, I can move here and then there, correct? Without provoking an opportunity to attack? And then attack this guy? All right, and then I'll attack this guy.
All right, you have flanking bonus. Attack's going to miss.
Okay, so I screwed this up the last time. I'm going to go ahead and recklessly attack now, starting now, I guess. Or can I... Would that not apply because this is the second attack of the attack action?
No, you can reckless at any point, and then the negative effects, last until your next turn. So sure, you can turn reckless on right now.
Okay, yep, I'll go reckless. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, we got to screen cap these and send them to Rob. Be like, hey, look how bad this. All right, so unfortunately, those are both going to miss. Would you like to try that full strike?
I would very much like to try it.
All right, we got him.
All right, we're learning. 6. Okay.
All right, you wallop him for 6.
All right, and that will just end my turn, I guess. There's not much else I can do here.
All right, we move to this guy. All right, he is not spotted by Caliban at this point, so he's going to take his first shot. Actually, he's going to sneak through the darkness. So I'm going to give him another check, and Caliban, you can make an opposed, or actually no, he just has to beat your passive perception. So let's see, your perception passive is 11. Here comes his check. All right, so he manages to sneak through the darkness where you can't see him. He is then going to attack you. He's going to fire his first shot at advantage since you can't see him. 24 is going to connect.
I'm still shielded, so I'm pretty durable at the moment.
You reaction shielded on your turn. So,
Yep.
hang on. Yeah, okay. Right, so I suppose that would also last to the start of your next turn, so that attack will miss. He is then going to attack you a second time, which will also miss, and then he's going to move to here and try to blend into the darkness once again as a bonus action. Caliban, I think you're the only one that would even be able to see him. You can go ahead and throw a check to see if you spot him.
I did this pretty terribly last time, so not much in the high hopes.
So essentially, you
better,
see
but-
him vanish into the darkness. You no longer have eyes on him. Alrighty, Selvin's turn. She's going to, she's going to try to attack this guy. She'll manage to connect only once. Scraping him up for 10.
Grim's up there by himself with like 5 people, and we're down here can't even kill one undead.
We need Rob back. I can't hit with this character.
All right, he is frightened into the end of its next turn, so its attacks are going to be at disadvantage. Unfortunately, Runak, because you're looking hurt, he's going to try to take you down. So he's going to take 2 attacks at disadvantage against you.
Okay.
17 is going to hit.
That hits, yeah.
15, however, I believe misses. Yes, so just the 17 on the bite.
Can I react with Sentinel to attack him?
You can, yep. So you will take 9 points of damage there, Runak. That is going to miss. Oh no, actually, you are.
I'm reckless. So does that still apply?
I think so, but let me do a quick double check. Super slow roll 20 SRD to the start of your next turn. So yeah, this applies. So we're going to say that is a hit. All right, you slash and wound him. His turn will then end. He is no longer frightened. Grim, very important death save to GM, please.
If he fails, I want to give inspiration.
All right, we allow that to occur 1 time. So Grim, would you like to declare if you need that inspiration?
I would like to declare that I need that inspiration.
Okay.
Good luck.
I will give it.
All right, it has been burned. Please re-roll, Grim. All right, we'll keep that to ourselves, the result, as we move on to this guy's turn. All right, he notices that Caliban is like a fortress at the moment, so he's going to try something different. He's going to go ahead and drop his bow. He's going to rush up, and he's going to try to grapple you, Caliban. So, based on memory, I think this is just you make a saving throw, either dex or strength, to avoid the grapple. Okay, he will fail to grapple you on his first attack. He's going to attempt that again.
Just do it again.
Yep, just one more save, please.
Ooh,
This will be a success, so he does manage to grapple you. All right, now we move down to this one's turn.
Sorry, Adam. I was on mute there. Sorry. I just don't know if this actually applies. Where is it?
Did you buy anti-grapple armor that I forgot about?
Yeah, exactly. No, there's a save.
If you fail, I can re-roll thing.
Yeah, but I think that's.
See what happens when we take 3 weeks off, people? We forget all of our abilities. I do it too. So
We get super rusty. I am super sorry. Yeah, so I don't see that. There's the second wind thing.
Do you have Mage Slayer? Is that what you're thinking of? Because Mage Slayer has like if you fail a Wisdom or Charisma saving throw, you can re-roll it.
Yeah, I do have Mage Slayer, but no, it's actually what I think. think what I was thinking of was the tactical shift, right? No,
Tactical
that's the
mind.
movement.
Yeah, tactical mind is when you
Tactical
fail an
mind.
ability check, but not a saving throw.
Not a saving throw. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay, I think that's all I can do then. Okay, thanks.
All right, no worries. So, yep, indeed grappled. Okay, this guy's going to come up here, and he is going. Actually, he doesn't need to go that far. He's going to take a couple of shots at Archscale at advantage. Second one is a 22. That is going to hit. That is going to be 5 points of piercing damage to Archgale there. And with that shot, he is going to go ahead and use his ability to essentially cause you to be knocked prone. So he uses his topple ability, and that's going to make you fall to the ground, Archgale. Alrighty, this one's turn. He's going to take a couple of shots at Barnaby. Both of those will miss. Okay, we move to Caliban, who's currently grappled.
And he doesn't look too healthy though, so I think I'm just going to try to, as he's squeezing me, I'm just going to try to stab my sword directly into him.
All right, you turn around, swinging out at him as he tries to hold on to you. Yeah, 22 is going to hit. Don't bother rolling damage. He only had 2 HP left, so he is down.
Nice.
Get off of me. I will move over to here and immediately try to battle medic Grim.
Post that for me, because right now you've got a sword and shield in your hands, right?
I can drop the sword, and I probably need a second action to do that, but I can do that as well.
As the utilize, right? So you're going to need a free hand to utilize, and that is also an action. So currently you don't have an action because you've used your action to attack.
Can I? Okay. Can I use my second attack to? Because I use my attack action. Can I use the second attack for the twerp that's standing over Grim?
You can certainly make a second attack if you wish.
Yep.
12 is going to miss. And then again,
Okay,
since
so-
we're all a little rusty, do you have something else in mind before I throw you a little tip?
Well, I was going to second wind to get my, or sorry, action surge. Sorry, to get my second action.
Okay, I was going to say, if you happen to have a potion, just as a reminder, in 2024, feeding a potion to someone's a bonus action, so you could do that as well.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a wonderful tip because we are definitely rusty.
Oh, Adam does care.
Only when we come back after long breaks. I can't let just people die because of lack of knowledge. Remember?
Yeah, we passed out a lot of them, so I think
I do.
most
three,
people have
I mean.
one. Okay.
Yeah, so I will decrement one of those and use my bonus action to feed that into Grim.
All right, now here's where I get to reveal my ultimate evil. Remember when he failed that last death save? Guess what happened when he rolled the second one?
Failed it again.
No, actually, he's alive.
Oh wow!
He just
I actually
think
thought he was, because I don't think he would have encouraged somebody to use a potion and they go, "Oh, that doesn't work." He's
That
dead."
would be ultimate
That
evil.
would be ultimate evil. That would be awesome, actually.
All right, had to add a little Dark Master, sunset in there. So. All right, yeah, go ahead and roll that, and Grim will restore that much HP. Grim, make sure you add that one level of exhaustion for coming back, and unfortunately, you do still have that bleed effect on you until staunched.
I thought I had that programmed.
I think when you add it to the sheet, it adds a little button, if I remember correctly, that you can just click to roll it.
I thought so too, but holy crap, am I rusty? Let's see.
Yeah, it should be right next to it. It's under like actions.
Oh, there. Nope. Under.
Yeah, it's a little green heart next to the use potion of healing under bonus action. Just click that little green heart where it says 2d4 plus 2 in the green heart.
In the combat section, if you scroll down to bonus actions, there should
Oh, it
be
is
like
combat.
a use potion of healing, and you can just click on the healing part of it.
Use potion of healing. There we go.
Nice. All right. So Grim will get 6 HP back. So far you used action, bonus action, and some movement. Did you also want an action surge?
I am still. I committed to that. So yes, I will. I will use burn my only action surge. And then I will bonus action. I guess from there. I guess I don't have another bonus action though. Son of a. I drop. I had to drop my sword to feed him the potion, right?
Yes.
And I don't. And an action surge, I don't get another bonus action.
You do not.
What about
So-
interact with object? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I need to pick my sword back up.
Yep. Yeah, you can interact with object. You haven't done that so far in the turn, so just
Oh,
pick
okay.
your blade back up.
Pick my blade back up. Okay, perfect. And now we tried it. Let's see if we can smack this guy. I failed pretty badly last time. That might be a little better.
That does hit, yes. Glancing blow against his thigh. Also hits.
Sap him with that one.
All right, he's wounded twice and sapped. We'll go ahead and get him the down arrow for sap.
I think I've used everything I can. I will end my turn. Thanks for the help, Adam.
Good
Okay.
job.
Alrighty, this guy's turn. He has a bow in hand. Yeah, he notices Grim's coming back, so he's Grim. He's going after you. He's going to try to take you down. So he's going to drop his bow, pulling out that short sword as he steps up, attacks you on the flank with advantage. Sheet crash, pulling it back up. All right, here comes the attack. 21, actually 23 with a flank. That's going to hit. And it's either moving super slow or the sheet crashed. Let me try refreshing real quick, guys. Hopefully this isn't not another one of those nights where all the damages break and we have to go to the character sheets to roll them.
Yeah, I think it's what it is.
Truth.
Just kill him, and now he's dead again.
All right, it worked that time. Unfortunately, yes, that is going to drop you, Grim, to 0. He's then going to take a second attack against you. But that will not get through your armor. Oh, and he's going to use a special ability to knock you prone again just because he can. All right, we'll move to this guy's turn. And he's going to move a bit. And he's going to wipe away some of the burnt hair and flesh from that fireball and fire a couple of shots at Archgale at advantage.
Now remember, Archgale, I think, is prone, even though he's not marked as prone.
He is marked as prone, but I missed it, and so did that guy in the darkness. That arrow is going to fly over Archgale's head and miss. All right, move to Runak's turn.
What? That would hit.
No, he's actually shooting at disadvantage because you're prone, so it can't... Oh, actually... Yeah, I'm sorry, you are right. That would
The
hit.
21.
Yeah, because it cancels out. Right, my bad. So that is going to hit. That's going to be 5 points of pierce damage. And then we move to Runak.
Okay. We're just going to slide along here. Get to here. Swing twice at this guy.
Runak, why didn't you just move over here to get the prone and then move that way? It would have saved 5 feet.
No. This is better.
Okay, all right.
Runak got hit upside the head when he got dropped down. So that one's going to miss, unfortunately, Runak.
Okay. Second attack. Runak's not seeing straight.
That one will connect in a wild backswing.
Oh, and the first one, when it misses, graze.
All right, 4 points of damage applied. All right, you have wounded the ghoul.
Okay. And as a bonus action, I will again do second wind. And that's the end of my turn.
All right, we're going to move to Archgale, currently prone. What would you like to do, Archgale, besides take that
All
1
right.
point of damage, of course?
I will use half my movement to stand up. And then I will begin moving. Go 5, 10, 15. I will action dash, and that gets me another, what, 30?
30, yep.
Okay. Perfect. Ah, this is exactly what I wanted. Okay. Then I will bonus action healing word. And I'm going to do that at the, or sorry, not healing word, mass healing word. Let me just make sure I'm not, yep. Oh, yes. Perfect. Beautiful. And I can see all those people. Look at that. All right. And I'm going to cast this at the 4th level. So I should get an extra 2d4. I'm going to target Grim, myself, Barnaby, wait, 1, 2, 3, Runok, and Lod.
So let's see. Mass Healing Word's a 3rd level spell. When you upcast this one, it only increases by 1d4 per slot, unfortunately. I wonder if that's a typo, but
Oh.
that's what it says on the ability.
Okay. Yeah, it's weird how the other ones are 2, but this one is only 1.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say I think that's a typo. Go ahead and throw another d4. I can't imagine why they would just down this one. All right, so that's going to be 18 back to all those that were just named. If you're not sure if you were named, feel free to ask.
So 14. Okay.
18.
Grim goes, ah, fuck, what the hell's going on?
And unfortunately, Grim, you probably already know this, but I got to say it every time, another level of exhaustion.
And
And then I'm going to ask a really silly question, but I assume this also stacks.
What do you mean by stacks?
So, like, I casted that spell, and even though it was, like, on other people and myself, do I also get the Blessed Healer?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm going to say yes, because you did cure something other than yourself, even though you also healed yourself. So I'd say yeah.
All right, I'm going to get an extra 6 back. And then, let's see. I'm kind of in a weird spot here. I'm going to, so all right, that was 15 to here, so I should have 15 left, right?
Yes.
no, that's 5
I-
feet after you.
yeah.
Oh,
after you-
5 feet,
right,
so I
you
still have
action
25.
dash. You're right, my bad. You action dash and then use 5 more. So yes, you have 25 left.
Okay, so let's think about this. 5, 15, 20, 25.
And if you're going to
If I
move
really-
Archgale, I'll just ask you to move 5 feet at a time, just in case something happens.
Right, in the case of a trap, yeah. Let me think if I really. I should have thought about that. I actually think I know where I want to go. I'm gonna go 5, 10,
All right, once you get to there, Archgale, please go ahead and throw me a
15.
perception
Oh,
check.
do you need me? Okay.
All right, you're going to spot the guy to you, the guy with the orange circle around him. You should be able to see him. If I'm not going to point him out, just so everybody else doesn't know where he's at, but you see him. He's trying to essentially hide, but your perception check's good enough to pick him out.
Okay. Excellent. That is everything I've got. And my turn.
All right, we will move to Lod's turn.
Okay. What is the action to break out of this trap? Is it like a dex check?
To break out, you can either try to athletics it out, or you can try to break the trap itself.
Okay. I actually think those are gonna both fail with my exhaustion. Can I like actually see this creature? Not sure if like Silverhoof's in the way or if that's actually my vision that's seeing this one.
You cannot see him.
Okay. Well, I can see this one, so I will vicious mockery this guy right here.
That one you can indeed. All right, here comes a wisdom save. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
He's psychically scarred. And we'll go ahead and give him
Okay.
that down arrow for the disadvantage on his next attack.
And I will bonus action Bardic Inspire Glory.
I don't know. Does he need help in his rolls?
He might. There's been a theme, and I can't really do anything else because my speed is still 0 because I'm stuck in the trap. So that'll be it. It's my turn.
All right, we're going to move over to this guy. He's going to make his way this way. And he's going to take a couple shots at you, Archgale. You see him, so these are just straight up shots. 22 is going to hit. It's going to be 5 points of damage against you there, Archgale. Alrighty, this one's turn. Alright, he's going to move a bit. And Archgale, he's going to fire at you twice from the darkness. So those 2 shots at advantage, but they will both miss. Alright, we're going to move to Barnaby.
Shoot. Barnaby is going to go ahead and he's going to go ahead and Eldritch. Oh, no, because then I'd get disadvantage on the roll because someone's within 5 feet of me. All right. I do have advantage on this guy that's right next to me, Adam, because I hit him last time. So let's just go ahead and do that.
Okay, yeah, 20 is going to hit. All right, your blade plunges through the creature, ending his unlife.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I had an opportunity to attack a couple people instead, you know. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and use Shield of Faith.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn, and I'll go ahead and move that. And then Silver Hoof is going to wait there just in case Laud does free himself and get on top of him. So.
Okay, this guy's turn. All right, Laud, he's going to take a couple of shots at you from the darkness.
Okay.
That's going to be an 18 and a 21.
Those will both hit.
13 points of damage to you. All right, this one who's furiously trying to kill Grim is going to continue doing that. He's going to stab down twice at advantage with +2 for flank. An 18 and a 14, unable to get through Grim's defenses.
You're next.
As we move to the top of the next round, we're a little bit over halfway already, guys. Let's go ahead and pause, take our 15-minute break, and come back on the other side.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. See you in a few.
Alrighty, we are on the second half of our session here, team. Let's get you guys back over to the map and continue this battle. All right, we are at the top of the round, and that brings us to Glory. Glory, feel free to take your turn.
Yeah, so Glory wants to try to break Laud out of this trap. So what kind of a check would that be to break the trap?
Athletics using his action.
Okay.
Yes, he is able to break that trap and free Laud.
Okay, and then I will start running towards the combat. So 40 feet of movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 will get there, and then bonus action extend rage. And end the turn.
Alrighty, this guy's turn. Alright, how devious is he going to be? Alright, he's going to go here, pull back on his bowstring, conjuring that green energy once again. And he is going to bring this volley down upon Grim, Caliban, Archgale, and one of his own men here. So I'll need all of you to make Constitution saving throws. Alrighty, so Grim will fail, the other two will succeed. Posting damage here. If you succeeded, you're going to take half. If you failed, you're going to take full.
I don't suppose I could give Grim my inspiration?
Not on this. Usually save that just for the big death saves and things.
Thanks for thinking about me, Archie.
Alright, so that's going to be 18 points of poison damage to Grim, 9 to the others. Grim, you are also poisoned.
Well, and down. Because I had 18 hit points.
Oh, exactly the amount of damage. Ouch. And that was a high roll, too. If you check those dice, he really got you. All right, he's going to move to there and then to here and attempt to fade. As a reminder, if you're going to try to rush after him, I'll call for a perception check to see if you know where he's at. Alrighty, on Selvin's turn. She's going to move and dash over to there. Okay, Grim, familiar spot. 2 GM death save, please.
Wait, but did he get dropped to exactly 0?
He
Yes,
did.
Yeah, but you can only use that once per log turn, I think.
No. We used to have a house rule that said if you got exactly to 0, but I don't think we did that one in this campaign.
Oh, yeah.
I'm double checking
Oh, I
our
thought that
house
was
rules.
rules as written, honestly. I didn't realize it was a house rule.
Yeah, no, it used to be back in the day. So I always brought it forth to current campaigns. But yeah, I don't think we did that one. Yeah, no, I'm looking at our house rules. We did not establish that one for this campaign. So unfortunately, just normal.
Put it on the list for next time.
Alrighty, so we move to this guy is dead. I'm going to get him out of initiative. Move to this guy. Alright, he's going to make his way over to here. He's going to take a couple of shots at Lod from the darkness, so both of these at advantage. 9 will miss. 22 is going to hit. It's going to be 4 points of piercing damage to Lod. Alright, this one's turn. He's going to move to here, take a couple of shots at Archgale from the darkness. 19 and 22, which are both going to hit. It's going to be 11 points of damage to Archgale. And then we move to Caliban's turn.
All right, Caliban wants to fight these guys off. They're Jesus. Yeah, hoping that Archgale is going to be able to help Grim out. You've got to get these guys off of him. So yeah, Caliban's going to fight this one. Why am I not clicking? What's going on here? Can't seem to click. The one that's to my left, the injured one. How about that?
Okay, sure, that works. That'll certainly hit.
Ooh, there we go.
All right, go ahead and post regular damage. We'll calculate your maximum and we'll add that together. Assuming he survives, he'll also have the bleed. All right, so that's 9. Your max is 8, 17 damage. That's going to kill him straight out, so he is slain.
Whew. I'll move and try to stand over Grim and attack the other one. I could do that again, right? Another crit?
Oh,
Sure.
that. Yeah, you
So-
could. That will hit.
Close. That was close. And I'll sap him.
All right, he is wounded and sapped.
Just try to stand over and protect Grim. Archkelly's down again. My turn.
All right, it is then his turn. He notices that you're kind of hovering over Grim, so he's going to step to here and then here, and he's going to actually attack Archgale a couple of times. He will hit Archgale with his short sword for 6 points of piercing damage. And he's going to activate a special ability to actually knock you prone. That second attack would have been an advantage. Going to miss anyway. Alrighty, this one's turn. He's going to make his way over to here. And he's going to take a couple of shots at Glory. 22 is going to hit. It's going to be 2 points of damage since he's raging. And we move to Runok.
Okay, Runok's gonna rush forward. And he's gonna Eldritch Blast the first one to the guy in the northeast, and the second one the guy directly east.
Okay. Yeah,
Nice.
those will both hit. First guy is slain by that blast.
Do I do a force critical hit table thing?
You sure do, yeah. Okay, so twice as damage normal, so go ahead and post crit damage.
Wow.
Yeah, he's hurt by that.
3 crit damage.
All
All right.
That's wild.
Yes, let's see. Advantage of the attack roll, spell attack rolls, advantage. Okay, so I'm going to put a little yellow dot on him. Hopefully we'll remember that.
Okay, to the end of its next turn. All right, so I will end my turn there.
Okay, Archgale, take 1 point of damage from that bleed, and then you are prone. Start your turn.
Okay, I will use half my movement to stand up. I will move here, reach down to Grim, and as my last and final spell, I will cast Cure Wounds at the 3rd level.
Oh my god.
All right, 27 HP back to Grim, and another level of exhaustion. We got to be getting close to that death by exhaustion, Grim.
No, I'm at 3.
Who needs death rolls?
And I will get 5 back from that.
I'm fine.
So that was 5, and I'm going to move 10, 15 to here. And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to do a thing. I'm going to use this really cool ability that I have right here. And I'm going to use one of my hit dice to heal immediately for 1d8.
Nice.
Alright, and a lot of good that did. End my turn.
Okay, Laud.
Okay, it's just movement to remount, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, I assume 15 would be enough to mount Silverhoof, so I'll do that. And then, do I then have his 60 feet of movement still, or am I out of movement? How does that combination work?
You get his movement.
So I'll start moving. Say 5, 10. Oh, can I see perception-wise where the wizard who disappeared is?
No, I'm going to say you did not see him because he wasn't in your line of sight, and your vision doesn't extend that far.
Okay. And then I will continue moving over this way. Can I see this creature now? Because I know they're there, but I'm not sure if I can actually see them.
You can, because Archgale's light is lighting them up.
Okay. Then since they have the disadvantage against spells, I would like to use True Strike against it, assuming that counts as a spell. Like the spell actually is what's attacking, I think, right? With my crossbow.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would apply. Let me just quick double check.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, it's just because it's also a crossbow shot, so it's kind of the dark area. I'm just double checking.
Yeah, no, this is kind of like one of those corner cases. Let me see how True Strike is worded. So I think technically, by the way it's worded, no, but I think it's intended to, so I'm going to say, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Oh boy.
Unfortunately, that is going to miss.
Okay. And then let's see, what else do I have up here? Okay, I'm just gonna continue moving over towards like more of the combat. So say 5, 10, 15. I think I can get to there and that will end my turn.
All right, this guy's turn. He's up against Selvin here. So he's going to go ahead and drop his bow, pulling out his short sword, and attack her a couple of times. But both of those attacks will miss. All right, this guy is going to steady aim and fire at... Ooh. Actually, he doesn't need to steady aim. He's going to go ahead and fire at Archgale twice from the darkness. 24 is a critical hit on Archgale.
I think that's 6 for you, Adam.
Yeah, with advantage, they come up quite a bit. Maximum damage plus normal.
He does get to roll a whole bunch with a lot of people on the screen, though, too. That helps.
That's going to be 9 points of damage to you there, Archgale, from that hit. Okay,
He's gotta be
Barnaby's turn.
down, right?
Archgale, he is not.
I've got very few. Got 3 left.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and attack him once, see what happens.
Yeah, that'll connect. 11 points of damage. He is nearly dead.
Well, I do get advantage this time. I was hoping nearly meant dead, but, I would have been able to attack the other guy once too, right? But let's go ahead and take advantage of the advantage.
Yep, that'll do it. 21's going to be enough to hit and kill him.
All right, and I have 5 feet of movement left, so I'm going to do that just in case that makes it challenging for him.
Fair enough. Okay, move down to this guy. He's going to take a couple of shots at Laud from the darkness. 22 and 22. That's going to hit both times.
Yep.
It's going to be 15 points of damage to Laud. Okay, top of the next round, Glory.
Can Glory see the wizard guy?
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check from Glory.
Okay.
He cannot.
All right. Well, then I will run over here. So 5, 10, 15. We'll get here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bonus action Healing Hand. On Archgill, so D4 is equal to my proficiency. Nine points of healing. And then I will recklessly attack at this guy.
All right. Yeah, that'll hit. Okay, slash and wound him. Second attack's going to miss.
Okay, and that's basically all of my actions there. So I'm going to move here and in my turn.
No Pam for that?
He
used
bonus
his
action
bonus
healing
action.
hands.
Okay.
All right, this guy's going to move down to here, and he's going to take 2 shots from the darkness at Laud. $15 and 12. The 15's going to connect. It's going to be 13 points of damage against Laud. And then he's going to fade into the shadows again. All right, Selvin's turn. She's going to attack the one in front of her. She'll miss, and then hit on that third attack for 7 points of damage, and that's just enough damage to kill this guy. So then she will go ahead and move up to here. Okay, Grim, it is your turn. Take 1 point of damage, please.
Gladly.
Oh, what? Caliban, what the fuck's going on? Oh my god! Second wind.
I think it's more like fourth wind or something by now.
I was going to say, that's at least third wind.
Yeah, on a quick note, when you hit it, it does not take Moe, but yes, that is my third usage of second wind. It doesn't uncheck it, it's funny. Okay, so I'm going to use my ability for 15 feet of movement without incurring opportunity attacks. 5, 10, 15.
So as a reminder, you're currently prone, sharing the space with Caliban. So if you're moving,
Okay,
you're
so
moving.
I'll stand up. No.
You're moving. You
Yeah,
can't
no, I'll
stand up
stand
while
up.
you're in Caliban space.
Okay. 10 feet of movement there then.
Yep, that'll work.
And then 5 feet here without an opportunity attack.
Well, unfortunately, you're still prone, so moving would be another 10.
Oh shit. That's okay. Well, I meant this. Okay, 10 feet here, have my movement, and then I'm done moving. That's my movement.
So you got
Right,
extra
'cause I-
movement from second wind, right?
Yeah, I get 15 from second wind, so I should have 30 total without an opportunity attack.
Right. So you crawled to the west for 10. That used up 10. So you'd have 5 movement left from that special ability on top of your normal movement. If you want to stand up, you'd use half your movement to stand up at that point.
But my half, I have 3 levels of exhaustion, so my half is 5.
So you're at 15 max speed right now? Then yes.
Okay, so 5. So then that should be 15 feet of movement. That should be my total movement, just to stand up and move there, right?
I don't think so. Yeah, wow, this is math of math. Hang on one sec. So your standard speed is 15 feet. You get an extra 15 feet when you second wind. So you moved for 10. So then you'd have 5 extra left plus your 15 base of 20. You stand up for 5. You'd have 15 feet of movement left after you stand up.
That's what I figured. Okay. Then I'm gonna go here.
All right, now as
And
you
here.
step to there, this guy is still alive, so he's going to take an opportunity attack against you.
Whoa! Who? I see X's on everyone. Hold up, I wouldn't do it.
Let's
Who's
see.
still alive?
The one in the
And
center.
does-
Let me move bodies real quick just to make it a little bit easier.
And Adam, we searched all of them and found all of our magical weapons on them.
Nope. Once I move them off the board, for clarity's sake, they're gone. I think that's all the bodies. So, yes, you see that one guy remaining?
That's why it goes without provoking opportunity attacks with the second wind.
So, unfortunately, you used up your movement that allows you to not take opportunity attacks, right? So you only got 15 feet of free speed to not take opportunity attacks. You crawled here for 10, and then you stood up, which would take 5. So now you're out of special extra movement.
So that would be my real movement. That'll be my real movement then. Then I'll use my bonus action movement to get to here. Right? Because I have 15 feet of regular movement, crawl, stand up, and then use my bonus action, second wind ability without opportunity attack for actually, it says moved up to half my speed, so I can't even go there. I would just move here then.
Just post that ability. I think the exhaustion and all this is kind of making it more complicated than it should be, but post that ability that says what you get to move for free or whatever.
Let me find it here.
I think if you crawled and stood up first, then
Yeah,
bonus
then I
action,
get it.
together,
Yeah.
then you would get the enough movement to move away.
I'm gonna have to cut and paste it because it doesn't have a speech bubble. So here it is.
Right, so the way I would read that is you use your bonus action, you then have to use that movement immediately. Like, I wouldn't think you'd be able to intersperse your regular movement with that movement, because otherwise that gets kind of weird. Like, I'm going to go ahead and move 10 regular, and then I'm going to use 5 of my special bonus, then I'm going to use 10 you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's what it's intended to do.
Well, I know. I was trying to make it quick by saying since I have the ability to not provoke an opportunity attack. That obviously I would just go 10 and 5 and then bonus action out, but I'm not. It's okay. I'll stand here and I will attack.
Okay, and you are currently poisoned, so these attacks will be at disadvantage. That first one's going to miss. Second one will miss as well. You're having a hard time with your weapon here, being quite exhausted. At the end of your turn, you do get to make another con save to try to shake that poisoned off. Unfortunately, you are still poisoned.
Grim rolled a 0.
Don't see that very often, do you? All right.
No, yeah, just kidding. I mean, Grim's got like a whatever plus strength. Just 0 is like odd for a weapon attack,
Here comes 2 shots from the darkness at Laud.
Oh boy.
14-14. Those are both going to swing right by your face, but not connect. All right, this guy is going to try to get cheeky. He's going to move to here, and he's going to try to shove you to the west there, Barnaby. So you get to make either a strength or dexterity saving throw, your choice. Okay.
At advantage?
Why do you have advantage?
No, I don't.
All right.
Yeah, anyway, that would be a 16. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
No, I think it's already calculated. Hold on. Let me see if on that there it's already calculated for mine. No, that's a 16 though. Yeah.
So you rolled a 10 and you got to a 12. So it looks like it's not added in. So that one would be a 16. So your success. He's going to try that on a second attack as well. So another save. All right. Yeah, you managed to avoid being pushed by him twice as we move to Caliban.
Bit of a gong show here. I think we have this guy covered. Yeah, Caliban's gonna go wizard hunting. I don't think we know where that guy is yet. No, he's gonna finish this guy off. He's in front of him. Just gonna. He's not very perceptive, so do what he's good at, which is just doing a little damage here.
That'll connect. All right, your blade slices across the torso, wounding him. Yeah, that'll hit as well.
Good rolls.
Wounding him a second time.
Then yeah, we'll actually move. So we're just gonna move. I have no idea where this guy is at, but I'm gonna take a risk here. I'm gonna do 5 to there.
All
Is
right,
he gonna take an opportunity attack?
He sure is. That will miss.
Oh. 10, 15, 20, and 25. I'm guessing I am not seeing him anywhere. And as such, I'll end my turn.
All right, the wounded guy's turn. He's going after Archgale as he sees Archgale looks badly hurt. This first attack will be at disadvantage. Or actually, no. The disadvantage would have been applied at Caliban in the opportunity attack, so I'm going to remove that. So these are both regular attacks. He will miss twice. Then we move to Runok.
Okay, Runok is going to keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll look around for the archer figure.
Okay, is this just passively or use an action to actively perceive?
No, passively if possible. I know you were saying that was something that would happen if you were trying to look for him, but I'm not going to use an action if it would take that. Instead, I'm going to blast some people with Eldritch Blast.
Sure, yep. So basically you step forward, you're kind of keeping your awareness open to see if you spot this guy anywhere. You do not.
All right. I'm going to send one Eldritch Blast towards this guy next to Barnaby, and then one Eldritch Blast towards the one that's surrounded by people here.
All right, so they'll both get benefits of cover here since you're firing through or actually, I'm sorry, only the second one will, not the first one. But yep, go ahead and make those attacks. The first and second will both miss.
On the first one, I'm going to spend Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
What is that? Is it a D8?
Yeah, it's a D8.
15 is going to hit. That will make him near death.
Oh, man. 1 HP. All right. And that is the end of my turn, unfortunately, with the exhaustion.
Okay, Archgale. 1 point of
right,
damage at the start of your turn.
Thank you. I'm gonna toll the dead, the one guy I can see here.
Okay, sure. The guy right next to you there.
Yep.
Wisdom
saving
save.
throw.
He's going to fail that, and he, of course, is badly hurt. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It's going to...
Nice.
Necrotic's going to course through him and turn him into a desiccated husk.
Very nice.
All right. I don't know if I really want to go on this adventure where we're looking for this wizard. I think I kind of want to stay. Oh, bonus action. Bonus action durability. Okay. And I'm feeling pretty happy about where I am right now. So actually, I'm gonna move one over to here and end my turn.
All right. Move to Laud's turn.
All right, start by moving back some. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I get here? Can I probably can't stay here, right? Just based on this rock. Maybe move here.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. And then so the bag of holding has 4 potions of healing in it. It's an action to retrieve one, correct?
I would have to double check the handout. It sounds right.
Yeah, I'm almost positive it's an action to retrieve an item from the bag of holding. So what I want to do is use my action to retrieve a potion of healing, and then use a bonus action to drink it.
All right, sounds good. I'm going to pull up the SRD real quick as soon as it loads for me.
And then I also want to, do the passive, see if I can find the mage guy at the same time.
Okay, you are correct. Retrieving an item from the bag requires a utilize action. So, yep, exactly like you said, will work. Passively, you scan around looking for him. You do not see him.
Okay, and then I will mention to the others too. There's more in here. Grab them if you need them. And that's going to be my turn because it's basically all of my actions.
All right, Barnaby. 13 is going to miss. 25 will hit, and he had 1 HP left, so he is dead.
All right, that'll be my turn.
Alrighty, this guy's turn. He's going to take 2 shots at Caliban. Those will miss. Okay, top of the next round, Glory.
Would Glory reasonably be able to see the direction those arrows were coming from? Like down from the south?
He's kind of behind a rock a little bit. I guess what I would say is you notice that they kind of came like this. You're not sure where from that area they came, but sort of, wait, let me make sure I'm sharing this. Kind of like in this direction like this.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it'd be reasonable for him to run down this way, 5, 10, 15, and then see if he can see the wizard guy.
I'm going to say from there, he has no chance to spot him. Feel free to keep moving if you like.
All right, so that'd be 20. I'd say 25 to get to there.
Okay, from there, go ahead and throw a perception check.
Sorry, gotta get to the right sheet.
Yes, you should be able to see him on your map, and Glory can see him.
All right, I'll call it out. He's there! Okay, and then let's see, what is my range on this?
And just for reference in the future, don't ping when you say he's there, because of course nobody knows what you're talking about. They shouldn't use that meta knowledge to know where you're pointing.
Okay, sorry. So that is in range. What would, in terms of drawing a javelin to throw it, I don't know if I can, sheath the.
Well, since he's not using a shield, he could just take one hand off the halberd, grab a javelin, and chuck it.
Okay, I'll do that. I think it's a disadvantage, but I'll chuck the javelin.
Yes, it would be at this distance. Yeah, 30 feet is short distance.
Okay, let me find it again. Actually, I think they're hand axes, spears, spear.
At disadvantage, that will connect.
Okay. And then I can't recall. Do I get a second one of that with throwing, or just the one with his second attack action?
With 2024, you can make all of the attacks now.
Throw a second one.
That one will miss.
Okay. And then I believe that is all I can really do. That will end my turn.
All right, on this guy's turn.
Who do you work for?
Okay, man, this is a good judgment call. So I'm gonna say, since Gloria is currently the rock is between the light source and Glory. Glory's not lit up by light. So with that in mind, all right, this guy's going to take 2 shots at Glory. Those will both connect. And right, so you'll take half from the regular damage, but not from the cold.
Correct, yeah.
All right, so that's going to be 15 and 13 for a total of 28 points of damage to Glory. All right, he's going to continue moving there, try to fade into darkness once again. Nobody's currently in vision of him, so nobody can see him at the moment. All right, Selvin's turn. She's going to look and say, what's the plan? Are we charging down or are we trying to regroup?
How do we leave?
She's going to point at the center stone. That there, but it's a little bit of a ritual. It will take longer than just a moment.
We best defeat them.
All right, she's going to charge forth. And charge forth again. All right, and as she rushes down, she's going to say, he's southwest of me. All right, Grim.
1 level of 1 point of damage. Okay, now I have 50 feet of movement. Okay, so I'm going to staunch my wound as an action.
Okay.
And go 5, 10, 15. Run to that aura. And then Adrenaline Rush to give me 3 temp. Last usage of that. And go, Barnaby. Woo! This aura feels nice.
So Adrenaline Rush lets you move again, right?
Yeah, I get it. I get to move 15 again, but I didn't. I moved 5.
Yep, no, good enough. Just making sure where you got the extra movement. Yep, makes sense to me. You're in the benevolent aura of Barnaby. All right, end of your turn. Constitution saving throw.
+4.
And that is good enough to shake off the poison condition.
Wow, you really are a little magical leprechaun.
It's not me. It's the forest. It's wonderful.
All right, this guy's going to kind of zigzag here and take a couple of shots at Selvin, which will both miss. Caliban.
All right, he sees Glory attacking south, so he's going to move 20.
All right, as you get to there, Caliban, go ahead and throw me a perception check. All right, so even if you see this guy on the map, Caliban does not see him.
I am terrible at perception. Caliban does not see him, but does see the weasel that fired an arrow at him just a moment ago. And is going to, I'll take the dash action to kind of close up on that one. So I'll do 25 to close ranks on that one. Try to run. Just try to run. Yeah, I'll end my turn there.
All right, that guy has since been slain, so we move to Runok.
Okay, Runok's gonna rush south. I see the vague outline down there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you a check quite yet because that's like basically right at the edge of your vision.
Gotcha. All right. Well, in that case, I am just going to dash forward.
All right, once you get there, go ahead and throw me a perception check to see if you spot him. You do not.
Okay, so continue dashing forward. And I will Eldritch Blast. I'm going to Action Surge and then Eldritch Blast those two Rangers.
Okay, so one at each of them?
Yep.
All right, so the first one will benefit from cover, the second one will not. First will miss, second will connect.
Oof, 2 damage.
My turn was horrible.
All right, Archgale.
Okay. Am I able to move diagonally like that?
Yeah, I would say there you could.
So 5, 10. Oh my goodness, I don't see a whole lot. That's kind of scary. 15, 20, 25, 30? Oh, I see Sullivan. Okay, Oh, I gotta take 1 damage. My apologies. There we go. I guess I will, action dash. 5. Am I able to go 1 further south there?
Sure.
Alright. And then bonus action. Going to use durable. And that will be my turn.
Okay, Laud.
All right, start moving south. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Still can't see. I can see this now. Can I see the mage guy from here?
You cannot.
Okay, I got 10 more feet of movement, so I'm going to move 10 farther south. 5, 10.
Now you can make a perception check.
Okay.
You do not see him.
Okay. I do see all of these guys. I will probably get blasted. I think I'm going to take the dodge action from here. And then bonus action. Actually, let me double check. Yeah, that's going to be all I'm going to do. I'm just going to dodge and end my turn.
All right, Barnaby.
All right, I'm going to shoot at this guy twice. I'll ping him.
Okay. Both of those attacks will hit.
That's how a real partial warlock does it.
All right.
No, 2 points.
2 rays blast in and wound him.
I mean those that are blessed by the forest.
All right, this guy's going to drop his bow, grabbing his short sword. He's going to take a step to here, attack Caliban twice. He will miss twice, but he has graze, so that's going to be 4 damage to Caliban.
Okay.
All right, we move to Glory's turn.
All right, Glory's going to start running down. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can I make that move there?
Sure.
Cross like that?
Yep, sure. And
30.
go make a perception check if you want to see if you can spot the wizard. As you're calling him wizard.
I do.
Yes.
Okay. I will call out his position to the team as well. He's there, south. All right. So that was basically all of my movement. I think it's more important to try to take him out. I'm gonna try to. Still disadvantage. I'm actually just gonna hit this one with the halberd.
Okay. Both of those will hit.
Nice.
The first one was just a perception check.
Oh,
So,
my bad. I
yeah.
missed that. Yeah, first will be a crit. Go ahead and post your crit slashing.
Actually, I think that was regular damage. You just want to roll it again because I think I clicked the wrong one. Or do you want me to click the crit damage? I'm not sure if we want to keep that
Just
first attack roll in there.
just click on the crit.
Oh yeah, right. I haven't crit in such a long time. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, they're
Find it.
different than the fumble buttons.
I don't think we've seen a fumble all night tonight, so.
Boo! Adam cursed us.
All right, so that's just a regular crit. Go ahead and hit your damage again. We'll have to do some quick math here. Okay, so the first one already adds your modifiers, so I'm not going to add the modifiers to the second one. So that's 8, and 2 more is 10, so a total of 18 points of damage. That's how I'm calculating that.
Okay.
All right, that is going to wound him on the first strike.
All right. And then I will attack again.
Yeah, that'll hit. That will wound him again.
Okay. And if he is not dead, pull strike.
That will miss.
All right. And then I have 5 more feet of movement, so I'll move down because I know that this character is down this way, and that will end my turn.
All right, he snickers as he moves to here. Getting out of line of sight of Laud, and then firing at Laud, hoping to kill him. Laud, since you cannot see this man, you're not benefiting from dodge.
Okay.
24 will connect. There's going to be 17 points of damage to Laud. He is going to move to there and once again try to fade into the darkness. All right, Sullivan rushes south and suddenly steps on one of those traps. And yes, she gets caught and angrily then tries to break free. And does so using her action. She's going to take a little bit of damage, and that will be the end of her turn. Move to Grim.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, bonus action. Action dash. 5, 10, 15.
Keep up, Gramps.
I know.
Alrighty, this guy's turn. He's looking a bit afraid of Selvin. He's going to make his way down here. And yeah, he's going to also take his shots at Laud. Critically hitting and then hitting again. Alright, here comes the crit. Alright, so normal crit plus 1 pierce at the start of each of the turns. So that's going to be 9 points of damage.
That'll drop him.
Alright, as he's... go ahead and throw me a dex saving throw. Let's see if you stay in the... I don't think there's a saddle, right? But stay on top of Silverhoof.
Okay.
No. So as you're falling off, the second arrow is also going to hit you. Feel free to pick a space around. But as that one hits you, you're already at 0. That's going to count as 1 failed death save.
Okay.
And then it will be Caliban's turn. So yeah, just go ahead and move yourself anywhere within... Yep, there you go. All right, Caliban.
Hey, I think I feel like I've done this before. I'm gonna try to polish off the one that's right beside me. Oops, that didn't work.
Yes, that is going to connect. He's got 2 HP. He is dead.
And now I can't see it. He's in the south.
You can make a check here to see if you spot him.
Okay, why don't I pause there? There's 15, so there's half. Surely I'll roll something over 10. I don't think I've broken 10 on these yet.
Yes,
Hey!
you can see him.
All right. Oh, he's down here still. That's a 15,
Somebody
right?
grab hold of them.
Yeah, I stopped at 15 before, so that would be my 30 to there. I've already attacked. I don't think I have a bonus action I can use. End my turn.
All right, Runok.
All right, Runak like looks towards where the enemy might be, but then looks back over at Laud on the ground. And remembering what Laud said about there being a bunch of healing potions in the bag of holding, is the bag of holding like accessible for me to try to reach into it?
I mean, it's always been on his character, so I would assume it's just kind of like his backpack. I would think so.
Yeah, that works for me. So, yep, you can use the utilize action to pull a potion out.
Okay, and then I will feed it to Laud.
All right, so that's action, bonus action. Go ahead and do the healing and deduct that potion to give Laud back some HP. If you don't already have it built into your sheet, or you can hit the use potion, you can just roll it 2d4 plus 2.
I have it on my sheet too. I could just roll it if it's easier. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, that works. Good. Oh, yeah, take Runok's. That'll be 10.
I'll
Okay.
just do that plus 2.
All right.
So 10. But I was trying to figure out if I should delete that from the bag of holding or if you want to do that.
I can take it down just to make sure it's not getting doubled.
Okay, sounds good. All right, and so he goes. You're back. Maybe stay underneath the reindeer. And
Yeah.
I will go back here. That's 10, 15, 20, 25. And that's the end of my turn.
All right, it probably won't matter, so we're not going to worry about that. But Laud, make sure you apply that 1 level of exhaustion, of course. Archgale, 1 point of damage. And start your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go 5. Can I move directly south?
You can, yep.
10, 15? Do I see anything?
Based on your
I guess I see
limited
what I
vision-
see.
Right, exactly.
Okay. I guess we're just gonna go for it. 20, 25, 30. And I still see what I see.
Correct.
Okay. All right, well, I guess in that case, this is not really what I was looking for. I'm going to bonus action. It's my last one. Durable. Wow, look at that. Ooh. And then I think I'm going to take. See, the dodge action won't work. I'm gonna action dash and go back to where I came. I have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. All right, Laud, currently prone on the ground. What would you like to do?
Can I see him, or did anybody else recently see the who I'm calling the wizard?
You cannot see him.
Okay. Then so I think I have 10 feet of movement. So I'm gonna spend 5 of it to stand up. And then oh lord, this is not great. I need to see this guy to be able to do anything useful. I think I'm gonna do the same like action, bonus action, reach in, grab one of the potions of healing, and use it on myself. Try to stay
Okay.
alive here.
And then just calling out, I think we have one left in the bag. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah. So you're struggling with the bag there, pulling it out. Yeah. You managed to grab it and drink it real quick.
And then I only have 5 feet of movement left. I'm gonna try to like stand behind Silverhoof, which is kind of what's happening right now, to just block as much as I can. And that'll end my turn.
Okay. That will work. Okay, Barnaby.
On my turn, I tell Silverhoof to return to me. No, just kidding. Okay, all right. Am I able to make a perception check to see if that matters?
You cannot see anybody, so no.
All right, then I am just going to go ahead and ready in action. If I do see somebody pop up, pop out, or whatever, I'm going to Eldritch Blast.
Okay. All right, Glory.
Does Glory see the person in question?
Perception check. Yes.
Okay. Down there! And I'll start running towards it. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40 to get there. I will bonus action dash to try to get next to them. So
How are you
5.
bonus action?
Bonus
dash?
action.
Oh, sorry. I meant action dash. Sorry.
Okay.
Action dash. To get next to them like this. And then I will use my bonus action to extend rage.
Okay.
And that's really all I'm going to be able to do. And, pointing
Nice.
out, he's right in front of me! And in my turn.
All right. So let's see. This could drag on for a while, but because you're kind of closing in on him, he's going to go ahead and cast a spell. Disappearing from sight. And Glory will definitely hear him moving away to the south.
Okay. And I'm guessing Sentinel won't apply here because I can't see him at all.
Sentinel wouldn't do anything in this context. Okay, so he is, you can't see him and he's a ways away. Sullivan's going to make her way down here to try to take this guy out. She will manage to hit him twice. All right, that will wound him. In the essence of time, if anybody has anything they're going to try to do to spot the fleeing invisible, presumably, guy, let me know. But I think we could probably wrap this up. Even this guy gets another turn, he's not going to be able to do anything all that effective.
I don't think I have any tools left to do anything.
Yeah, exactly. No spell slots.
If he got close to me, which I doubt he would because he fears gnomes, I would have just used a channel of divinity to try to wrap him up, but I doubt that would happen. So,
yes, he is quite far away from you, Barnaby, and at this point, based on what he's seen, he's not going to try to re-engage you guys. So, all right, let's go ahead and mark that battle as complete. We are going to assume that you have finished up this last Shadow Fae, and fairly quickly. Let's go ahead and stop our battle music here. And we will find ourselves back in the Shadow Fae, having survived, or Shadow Road, I should say, having survived this very dank, dark, and difficult battle.
I don't like this place.
That was close. Too close.
How do we get out of here?
Yes,
Selvin.
As you ask this question, Selvin will carefully make her way back towards you, making sure not to step on any more hunting traps. And she will say, yes, let's try to get out of here as quickly as we can. Follow me.
We gotta search these bodies, though, right?
yeah, I'm going to search them all.
I'm too tired.
They might have clues as to why they are here trying to kill us.
I don't know. These are minions. They're not gonna have anything though. The one we wanted got away.
What
You know,
happened?
You got blasted.
All right.
I will search bodies though, just
Sure.
just
So
Yeah,
to
and I
see if
still
they
have
have anything to identify them.
yeah, and I still have bardic inspiration if that helps at all to use that up.
Yeah, I think Glory will help search bodies too, because they're not totally destroyed.
Okay, so as you're here, you notice Sullivan kind of looking around quickly. She looks to the south and scoops around like this side of the rock, knowing that that deadly archer is somewhere to the south and trying to avoid being close to him. But she will quickly say, to use this gate, each of you must touch a drop of fresh water to the 7 standing stone columns around here before taking a swallow of water and touching the central column.
Okay.
I'm going to move over to 1, Adam, but I'm going to move at half speed because I'm checking for traps. So,
All right, so essentially you could do this relatively quickly and be out of here in like a minute, but I did hear a couple of you say you wanted to search bodies. Being that they're scattered about,
yeah.
that's going to lengthen your stay here. Are you willing to do that?
We need to leave. If they come
Yeah.
back,
Yeah, but it'll take up more than a few minutes, right? You can see what they got a little bit.
I think I agree with Lod.
All right, all right.
I will say on a
I just
quick search, like maybe you scanned 1 or 2 bodies before Sullivan has been able to explain this. You would find small bits of coin on the Shadow Fae, like maybe 5 silver here, a couple of gold there. So you can add that if you like. Other than that, weapons that they had on them, you found nothing that looks to be of significance so far.
Yeah, okay. Let's just go ahead and drink water.
yes, I am thirsty, and I would like to leave.
All right, so if you do this procedure as she has asked you to do, touching each of the stones with a drop of water, then swallowing some water when you touch the central pillar, you will notice this sort of shifting strand in the air, and she will motion for you to step into it.
All right, I'm going.
She will look
too.
towards you, Barnaby, and say, you may need to dismiss your pet, because it's not going to be able to do the procedure.
Silverhoof, we'll catch you later, buddy. See you when I see ya.
And he can just be
And
like
you guys-
dismissed into a pocket dimension or something, right?
He could be summoned, unsummoned kind of thing, right? So
All right, fair
once
enough.
once I'll be long rest, yeah.
So he vanishes in like a puff of smoke, perhaps, and the rest of you guys manage to do this procedure as expected. As you do so, a warm gust of air filled with the scent of exotic spices, hot sand, and incense passes through the trees. The change in temperature from the cool darkness of the Shadow Realm to the heat of the Southland's desert is immediately apparent.
Well,
Oh, I'm so glad to be out of there.
It's so bright.
As you
How
find
many years
yourself
were we in there?
As you find yourself here looking around, you see sand quite everywhere, and you notice a bit of a bustle. The time of day is late at this point in time, so perhaps 6, 7 in the evening, something like that. The sun is certainly descending, and you find yourself in this sort of, kind of desert type town, presumably seawall, as you've been instructed.
We
Well,
need to
that's
we're
why they
in town already. Okay.
well, that's why they have you drink water is because of the the desert, right? To prepare. That's smart of them.
Yeah.
Selwyn, you've not only been an incredible guide, but you're a hell of a fighter. Thank you for getting us here.
She will glance towards you and she will nod slowly. And she would say, normally I wouldn't stay here, but I have no desire to run into that Shadow Fae on my own. So I will wait here just a bit of time, perhaps a day, and try to not draw too much attention. But this is where I leave you. I'm not fond of this area, but I hope you find what you are looking for and your journey is a success.
Thank you so
How
much for the help.
do we get back?
Back to where?
Sorry, buddy. This is a one-way ticket, in case you didn't know.
Oh, don't we have to go back to rescue? Did I bang my head? I thought we were just coming here for some information. Never mind.
We're going deeper into the Empire.
I guess I was
Just
just
gets
confused
worse.
where that was.
Just gets worse from here, buddy.
Yeah,
That's why I try to.
I'm not sure anybody necessarily knows where Vandekul, the city of the Empire of Ghouls, actually is, at least amongst your group. I don't think you guys have an exact location yet, but based on what Sullivan has told you and this sort of getting here, she was not under the impression that she was going to take you back anywhere. So as far as she's concerned, this is a mission complete. Of course, if for some reason you wanted to try to negotiate a longer contract with her, you could do that. But yeah, she's looking like she's ready to rub her hands clean of this whole endeavor.
I thought we just had to get down here to get the ability to move within the Empire undetected, and I thought we would go back to wherever that was. Aren't we ridiculously far from where we were?
Sullivan
We are,
nods.
yes.
Yes, Sullivan, you are very far from where you were.
Well, maybe we'll find the answers while we're here. We can figure out a way back.
So, Sylvan, so we're getting information, then we got to go somewhere else. So I don't know if you want to stick around making it an extra day. I don't know.
Do you anticipate you will need to take the shadow roads again?
Oh God!
Nope,
I
never.
hope
Nope,
not.
never.
Oh man,
Mm.
no! I spoke to the
Perhaps.
entire party. We do not want, but we might have to.
You will notice her eyes kind of scan over all of you, and they linger a little bit longer, perhaps on Runak than the rest of you. And then she will nod slowly and say, "Well, as I said, I do not like this area. The sun, you see, she looks up, and even though it's in the evening, you see she kind of blocks her eyes a bit. It's just not my kind of place. But nevertheless, I suppose I can await here at least a bit of time. As I said, I want to make sure that that Shadow Fae Archer is not just waiting for me to come back through. Perhaps if you do need immediate need of me, you will find me here just for a bit of time. But I can't stay too long. So if I don't see you back within a day or so, I'm afraid I will have to take my leave."
Well, join us for a drink at least. We need to find a bar and place to sleep. I need a beer or 12.
A quiet place with some shade.
You notice she kind of looks about and says, "I'm afraid I should stay here. It's kind of desolate. If you look around, there's not many people. The people of Seawall are a suspicious lot. I don't want to draw any undue attention to your party."
We should find
All
a
right, well,
just
we'll
let's
find
just
you
find a
here then.
hotel. Yeah.
Thank you, Sylvan. You've been quite amazing, actually.
She gives you a slight nod and says, "Yes, I'm glad I was able to help, and that last battle certainly was quite frightful. I thought for sure we were going to be losing some of you, but I guess individuals as hardy as yourselves are needed to take on such important quests, so I'm sure success will be in your future."
Well, it's not like I wasn't trying. Oh, never mind. Oh.
Well, we look out for each other, Selvin, and that includes you now.
She kind of looks towards you a bit, and in Derricule, she will say, "Sarastra guides your endeavors."
I'll respond in kind. And you as well.
She nods slowly and then kind of leans up against the column that is part of this portal, this gate back into the Shadow Road, and just kind of tries to do what she can to block her eyes. You notice kind of shifting her clothing and tries to pull up, almost making a makeshift hood.
All right, well, let's find these sages, are they? Or
You should
what was
rest
their name
first.
again?
I also think we should get some rest, but they are called Gravebinders.
Okay. Let's find them.
All right, so you're in this kind of central area as you start making your way away from this more secluded part, more into Seawall proper. Pretty quickly, you notice the crowd increases, a lot more folks kind of moving backwards and forward. And you will notice this interesting looking bird like man. He looks like a raven humanoid. Any of you that are familiar with the Kenku species would recognize him as such. You will notice he kind of cocks his head backwards and forward as he looks at you and moves pretty quickly as his feet move fast towards you as his hands are behind his back. As he gets a bit closer and blinking, he says,
"Well, welcome back, travelers. I see you have journeyed far and just arrived in Seawall this fine evening. May I offer you my services as a guide for a mere silver each hour?"
Where's the
Yes.
nearest inn?
You're
And
hired.
I'll-
you see he stretches out a taloned hand and just kind of reflexively opens it and closes it.
"1 silver, please."
Here you go, silver.
You see he looks at the silver and clicks his beak and puts it in his pocket.
"Nearest bar, you say? Ah, got the thirst. Yes, yes, follow me. Follow.
In this universe, are Kenku not like mimic only? I know in some of them they can only like repeat what they've heard before.
They're not actually. That was changed in 2024 rules for like the player race, but yeah, in Midgard they can actually speak the common tongue.
Okay, cool.
All right, yeah, and with that, this Kenku guide will start guiding you, as it were, through into the city a little bit proper. But as we've arrived at the end of our session time, folks, we'll go ahead and pause it there. You guys will be leveling up at the beginning of next session, so feel free to apply that level up between now and next week. You guys will be level 9, so congrats on that. Actually, in fact, I forgot I prepped these ahead of time. Level 9! All right, so go ahead and apply that level up to 9. When we pick up next week, you guys will be able to get a long rest pretty quickly, so you can feel free to apply that as well. A reminder that the exhaustion that occurs from being wounded drop to 0. You can use short rest to try to shake those off, limited to like 2 per day. So if you have multiple levels of exhaustion, feel free to roll those. A long rest will take off 1 automatically. So potentially up to 3 levels removed, but you feel free to roll those. I'll trust you guys that have it to apply that as appropriate. Apply the long rest, the level up. If any questions about the level up, let me know between now and next week. And then, yeah, guys, we'll pick up next week and continue the adventure from there. So I hope everybody had a good session. It was a lot of fun. Very dangerous battle. Luckily, everybody survived. So have a great night, everybody. We'll see you all next time.
Sounds
Hey,
good.
thanks.
Thanks,
Hey, Adam,
everybody.
I'm assuming the hit points that we lost because we couldn't go to maximum. I'm guessing long rest. I mean, I'm assuming, but
That'll do the trick. Yep. Yeah. So those of you that suffered that sort of max HP reduction, you couldn't get the quality rest in the Shadow Road, but you will be able to here in Seawall. So yes, that'll be wiped out.
Wonderful.
And
Have a
then
great weekend, everybody. It's great to roll dice with you.
Yeah, that's good. Is it 2 attempts or 2 short rest attempts? Because like I'll get 1 definite and then like potentially 2 rolls to
So
remove because I fell in battle once.
yeah, so potential to take off 3 levels of exhaustion, 1 guaranteed from the long rest, and then 2 more con saves DC 10 to shake off extra levels.
Okay, I think I can only remove potentially 2 because 3 of my levels of exhaustion were from the river, and those were not
Ooh,
combat.
did you have 5?
No, I got to 4. So I had
4,
the 3
okay.
and I got dropped once. So like that's why I didn't do like any attacks or anything. I was only doing wisdom saves. I was trying to get in range to fireball that guy, but I couldn't ever find him. So
Gotcha. Okay. Yep. So yeah, you'll be able to take off the 1 from the long rest, and then the drop, you'd be able to take off 1 of those then.
okay, so I'll roll for those, and I mean, assuming that like exhaustion will apply to those rolls as well, right? So I need
Yes.
to pass the DC 10. Okay, and then I've got some stuff around like giving myself with the musician feat, giving myself inspiration. Can I use that on these or no?
Yes, you could. So you would take a short rest. You would only be able to apply it on the next one, right? So yeah, yep, you could do that though.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure I got all the rules right for trying to shake one of these levels of exhaustion. At best, I'll
Yeah.
still have 2 levels of exhaustion, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It sounds like some people might still be carrying some exhaustion next session, so we'll see how that goes. But yep, have a great night, everybody. We'll see y'all next time.
All right. Bye.